Now, what you unfortunately know as religion in the world today is just somebody's belief systems. Somebody believes God is round, somebody believes God is square, somebody else believes he's a triangle. That's the situation, isn't it? And you must understand this. Once you start believing in something which is not yet a reality for you, you are bound to be in conflict with somebody else because somebody else is bound to believe something else. No, I believe in my God, but I am not a violent person, I will not fight with anybody. All this is just make-up. If they provoke you sufficiently, you will fight. Like, for example, let's say you believe God has 4 hands. I believe God has no hands. These are two belief systems. Tomorrow, out of your love for God, you put 100 feet tall statue in Coimbatore city, of course with 4 hands. But suddenly I feel so hurt. These 4 hands look so ugly because God actually has no hands, because that's my belief. So tonight I will go to that statue, I don't intend to cause any damage to your God, just to make him the way he really is, without hands. So I just cut off the 4 hands. Tomorrow what will happen to you? You want to cut off my hands, isn't it? Simply because you believe one thing, I believe something else. As long as people believe in something, conflict is inevitable. Because you may say, no, we are all brothers, we are all one, everything is okay with us. All this bye-bye stuff, when we really have to come to a point, when I believe what I believe is right, I will try to manifest it. I will try to… isn't it? Yes? Once I believe what I believe is the truth, I will try to impose it on other people. I don't call it imposition, I call it saving you from ignorance. Yes or no? Once I firmly believe that this is the way God is, I will try to put it on to you, just to save you, not to hurt you. But you will get hurt because any imposition hurts. When you resist, I will use other methods to put it into you, whatever those methods are. Sword has been used, money has been used, every kind of inducement has been used, isn't it? Simply because I believe one thing, you believe another. Religion is not about belief system. All religions started as a method to turn inward. But it's an inward step. An inward step can be taken only by an individual, isn't it so? It's a very intimate thing, something very concerned with only with you, nothing else to do with anybody else. But when people try to organize this inward step, naturally it gets distorted. Now we want to do our religion on the street. Religion cannot be done on the street, it can only be done within you. If you become truly religious, you must be beyond any kind of conflict, isn't it? Both within and outside. That is the whole crux of the religion, isn't it? But today religion means conflict. If you utter the word religion, you're talking generally in terms of conflict that is happening in the world, isn't it? This is because you have reduced an inward step into your set of beliefs. Because if you have to take an inward step, you have to transform yourself. If you have to believe something, you don't have to transform yourself. You can do whatever nonsense you want and still believe God is up in the heaven, isn't it? Yes? The crudest people, the cruelest people on the planet have always been talking about God, isn't it so? Yes or no? All the warmongers in the world have been talking about God, isn't it so? And God has been helping them. See, The moment you believe something, you have a new kind of confidence. That's the biggest problem. When idiots become very confident, the world is in danger. An intelligent person is constantly hesitating with life. With every step he wonders whether what he is doing is okay or not. But a fool has absolute confidence. And when his stupidity gets stamped by God, that's it. No looking back. Just can go on doing the most idiotic things without any problem about it. The very nature of your intelligence is such that if you do something stupid today, tonight your intelligence will bother you, why did I do this? Isn't it so? But if you get God's stamp on your stupidity, you don't have to turn back and see. You can do grossest things on the planet and not bother about it, feel very proud that you're anyway going to go to heaven because you did all this nonsense. There is no experiential dimension, you're just believing something. Once you believe something, your belief and somebody else's belief are bound to clash somewhere. The conflict in the world is not between good and evil, please see this. Though people always claim it is so, it is not true. It is always one man's belief versus another man's belief. So religion has become a problem because we have reduced it into just a set of beliefs. If it was experientially true that you really felt God, then could there be conflict? There is no such possibility, isn't it? But because you're growing from a belief system, you're not willing to make the effort of going beyond what you have gathered from others and looking at life by yourself. That is why there is conflict. If you do not know, there will be no conflict. If you know, there will be no conflict at all. But when you pretend to know, there is bound to be conflict.
Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and good night, great Biafrans and lovers of freedom. This is Radio Biafra House of Service coming to you through Radio Biafra London. My name remains Mazi Chinedu from Alu province of Biafra land, and we are here live and direct. Today is the 15th day of June 2024. Tata Bobochi Eke. Therefore, I welcome each and every one of you to welcome your friends and well-wishers onto this hallowed platform where we preach the gospel of emancipation, the gospel of genuine freedom, the gospel of liberation. That is what Radio Biafra stands for. In defense of freedom. Remember, this is our motto. In defense of freedom. That is Radio Biafra. Therefore, I urge each and every one of you to gather to your listening devices, and we have our frequency modulation in parts of Biafra land, CHK 102.1. That is through where you can be hearing us live and direct. You can listen to Radio Biafra through our FM, CHK 102.1 in many parts of Biafra land. Also, we are on satellite. Do not forget that. We are on satellite, free to air satellite. You can catch us. Catch up with us. And on different platforms on social media, just ask, how do I listen to Radio Biafra London? And you will have multiple choices, multiple options being provided to you. Also, you can download IPOB Community Radio. It is a very low data consuming application. Try it. A very low data consuming application, IPOB Community Radio. And also, you also download Simple Radio. In Simple Radio, you can tune in, you can scroll up to Radio Biafra London. Once you download Simple Radio, search for Radio Biafra London, and you'll be listening to us, to Radio Biafra London, live and direct. Radio Biafra London is on 247. Therefore, for you to understand that we are live and direct, today is the 15th day of June 2024. Tata Bobo Cheke, and we are live and direct. Today is Saturday. As you may know, we are on our normal religious discussions. We will never shy away from it. Never. Because this is the main, I say, the main problem, the main cage, the main weapon or tool for caging us as Biafrans, in particular as Nigerians and as Africans in general. Are you hearing me? So we shall never stop discussing or talking about it. Because their lies, the you know, the mitochondria, the roots of our problems, because it controls the way we think. The religion controls our mentality. Are you hearing me? You know, the difference between Europeans now and Africans now. I'm not saying before, now. Europeans are no more controlled by religion. They are no more mentally controlled by religion. Yes, they can answer, they can identify with one religion like Christianity as their religion. It's just an identity. They have taken it as identity. But their mindset now is controlled by knowledge, not belief. Are you hearing me? Their mindset is controlled by knowledge, not belief. Because you can believe anything. Belief is something that you think that exists. You accept that is real without proof. That is belief. But knowledge is scientific. That is why once you mention that you have discovered one or invented or discovered one new thing. Now, once you publish it, once it is being published that there is this thing you discovered about maybe in biology, for example. Now, the people all over the world will look into it to confirm, to check and confirm either mathematics that you have solved this equation, that this and that equals to this and that. Is it like this? Now you include every other person in that field, every other authority, we check it once it is confirmed. Because if truth is truth, knowledge is knowledge, reality is reality. It doesn't matter from where it is being viewed. It doesn't change. It is reality. That is truth. It's scientific. So every other scientist will try to check on their knowledge and confirm. Once it is being confirmed, once they see it is real, where in the laboratory, anywhere, any side they check it, now they confirm. They say, yes, this person have truly invented it. That is knowledge based. And that is from 16th century, Europe started the shift. They shifted from belief based to knowledge based through revolutions. They shifted from belief based economy or belief based system. Because remember, Europeans, we are naive and ignorant mentally, like even worse than Africans. Because when some people will be comparing it, you say what you are seeing is end result. Are you hearing me? Is end result you are seeing today. They were far more worse in religious gullibility and stupidity. But a time came, they started asking questions, just like what is happening today in our heads in Africa. You start asking questions. If you want to build a knowledge-based system, a knowledge-based economy, you should be able to question everything to understand their authenticity. we have made to believe that is a problem. So that is why we go there. That dot, that mitochondria, that powerhouse, we will never shy away from it. There lies our problem, because it is with that mentality we are controlled. Their religion controls the mentality. Are you hearing me? Religion is far more dangerous because it controls your mentality. Do you understand me? Today, it is going to be interactive. So, listen attentively. Today's program is going to be interactive. Sometimes we learn from each other. And the question is, please, for people that we call and deviate, please listen. I want us to have interactive session on today's program concerning religion. Now, the question I put out there is this: does religion help in the development and advancement of a nation? Yes or no? Now you give your reasons. Give your frank. I do not come and insult, or or to be sentimental. No, give your frank reasons. Why do you think religion help in the development and advancement of a nation? Yes or no? Now you give your reasons. We learn. We interact. We interact because we learn from each other. That is why this radio is being made available to serve all of us for knowledge sake, because we are trying to restore a knowledge-based nation, not belief-based. Are you hearing me? We have been misled for so long through religion. Why we are doing this? We are not doing it out of hatred. We are doing it out of love we have for ourselves. Because we have been suffering and we are lied. We are lied to about the source of our sufferings. We are lied to continue pursuing something they call Satan, one spirit. That it is the cause of our suffering, that it is the reason why we don't have electricity. It is the reason why people are poor. We are poor in that zoo called Nigeria. Oh, it is Satan's doing. So the solution is going to the church, praying, casting out Satan, killing Satan by fire, and giving tithe and offering. Now, that is the way for you to advance, make money. For you, that is, to have solution to your problems. Do you see this as a problem, or do you think it's a problem or not? Where the problem, our problem, which is lack of good governance, human governance, not governance from one spirit, God or Satan or anything. No, or Amadio. No, it is human governance. The things we are lacking, it is being provided in other countries. The things we are lacking in Nigeria, in Biafra land, is being provided by government. So they don't pray or cast out Satan to receive all these things or give tithe and offering. No. Rather, Europeans they now shifted their system to be knowledge-based system, not belief. They just took Christianity as an identity. What is your religion? Say, I'm a Christian. I saw on Facebook, on social media, somebody posted. Somebody was doing a social experiment. What religion are you? Say, I'm a Christian. Can you read 2 verses in the Bible? Say, no, I don't know. Some say since I was born, I never read the Bible. I don't know what it is, but I'm a Christian. You see that it's just an identity because every human being, every race should have identity. But in our own, that thing they brought to us, now we took it as it is our savior. It is what will give us everything we have. It is power. I ask you, if really, as you are being told, that what the religion, the name you are given has power, do you think Europeans will give it to you? No, no. Just let us be frank to ourselves. Do you think that they will give it to you? Do you think that they will just bring power and give it to us? They have nuclear power. Listen, they have nuclear power. Did they bring it to Nigeria? They hide the technology. Look at France. France is a Christian country, right? They have nuclear power, both for electricity and for weapon, nuclear weapon. And the source of uranium for building those nuclear powers in France is uranium. The source of that uranium is in Niger Republic. And France has been in control for decades. But Niger has no electricity, but they have uranium. Do you think that if really, they bring Caritas in Niger, they have Catholic churches, France Christian churches in Niger, but they don't give them nuclear power. But they give you a name and say, look, this name has power. And you take it serious. You take it serious. In our people, in Kebru Bible, a miserable fellow. Hebrew Bible, that is they, being happy in misery. It makes me sad. It makes people like me very, very sad. You say, how do we solve this? Why are our people deceiving our people? Why? Why? Somebody just pointed out, he said, look, you have companies factories that has closed down in Biafra land. You have Golden Guinea breweries that no more functioning. You have other palm, all those things that are no more functioning. So something that gave jobs to hundreds or thousands of people directly, and thousands of people directly and indirectly. It today has closed down. But they asked this question, which I reasoned. I said, nah, come on, he's right. Oh. Have you ever seen a Catholic church that has closed down? Instead, they are multiplying. Churches are multiplying in our land. Since the world go, they have been there. Instead, they have been multiplying from force to buying lands, multiplying. But factories are closing down. Don't you ask yourself why? Is it not a cause for alarm? Is it not a cause for discussion? Back to Uchiai. Before I go to the program, please, I want to read something. IPOB press release of today being the 15th of June 2024. But before I do that, there is this report that has it that Nigeria Army sent out SOS message to Nigeria youths or youth corpers serving in the southeastern region. And the message reads like this: to corpers actively serving in the southeastern region. The intelligent IO, Nigerian Army, said to inform you all corpers that they intercepted intelligence from IPOB that says that they are about to replicate the Chibok kidnap incident, but this time with corpers, not school students. So, as such, be on guard Avoid wearing uniforms. This is what the Nigerian army is sending to youth corpers. Are moving in copper groups. Don't panic. Just be on alert wherever you are. Do you see how Nigeria works? This is what the false flag operation they want to do. One, they send a panic note to youth corpers in the southeast. And it's the Nigerian government that wants to do this. So, do you see? You know, they notify the corpers and they will be panicking. They say, no, don't panic, just be at alert. Now, the Nigerian government will send out their terrorists to do that. Do you see the video of intercepted Fulani terrorists that were coming to our land? Many don't, most of them don't speak neither English, only their Fulani language they spoke, with their charms and everything. Do you see that? That they say that many of them, many have crossed to different parts. Now you ask yourself, what are they coming to do? The photos being recovered, many of them are military officers. It's there on social media, you saw it. Most of them are military officers. They took photo with in military uniforms, or they are military officers, Nigerian military officers. These are the people that they are coming to our land to do what? For kidnapping. Are you hearing me? For kidnapping. To do the dirty job of the Nigerian government. Now, they are planning another false flag operation. Remember what they did in Aba? Remember in Olu, they used their infiltrator, their agent, in order to, cause confusion in our people in Biafra land, that they are fighting for freedom, for Biafra. Whereas they are being paid, they are under the payroll of the Nigerian government. All these things, it is what we are expecting. We know all these things. It is what will happen. Are you hearing me? Now they are coming with another, after what they have done in Aba. Now they have set up their own Nigerian DSS that will camouflage and wear Biafra regalia. They will carry a car now, maybe boldly written ESN or IPOB. And they will carry out the kidnap of youth corpers in the southeast. All these things is to cause panic. Because you know what Nigerian government is doing? They are against our Biafra development. We talk about agriculture and they unleash Fulani headsmen everywhere. We talk about electricity. They unleash a false flag operation because they don't want us to. They don't want our land to be safe and developed. They want people. They want people. They want people in order to be afraid of our land. That's why they continue doing this. Do you see where there are terrorists are controlling swaths of lands everywhere in the north? I say everywhere. Do they talk about it? The answer is no. They sent to youth corpers in Zamfara. They don't, no problem. They tell them no problem, everything is safe. Do they tell you how many youth corpers that are being kidnapped every day in Zamfara? The answer is no. But in our land, they are causing artificial commotion. Are you hearing me? Artificial commotions. We understand the way Nigerian government works. We understand it very well. The same way they just fly the kite. That in a news, they tell one faceless online newspaper in order to just write it that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu has escaped from custody. These are they want to understand our reactions. Are you hearing me? They want to understand, how these people will react to this type of news, because they planned to assassinate Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, kill him. They are regretting why they didn't kill him as they renditioned Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, because their plan was to kill Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Once they kill him, they can carry his corpse and throw it in maybe in one border town in Oroni. You understand? Between with Cameroon. Now, after they say, that he tried to sneak in through the border, and maybe some people kill him without knowing it's him, but they failed. Do you know how they failed? They couldn't lay their hand on Mazi Nnamdi Kanu's passports, international passports, British passports. Do you remember when they renditioned Mazi Nnamdi Kanu? When they renditioned him to Nigeria this time in 2021? Have you forgotten that what is the prosecutor that read that, look, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu came with Nigerian passports, hastily dated 2013, I think. Date of issue 2013. That is where they messed themselves up, because with their their type of hatred and enthusiasm in doing bad, their hatred against Igbos, they no longer plan, they no longer reason. So they made that catastrophic mistake. It was the Nigerian passport that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu deposited was using in 2015 when he was arrested in Lagos. He's still in their care. So you see, they failed there woefully. They couldn't lay hand on Mazi Nnamdi Kanu's passport in Kenya, because they cannot understand how the thing happened. Otherwise, had it been they laid their hands on it, it's government versus government. The Kenya government will just put official stamp. They will put official. This is it is government. It's human being. They will put official stamp of, exit from Kenya. Now, Nigerian government, Nigeria will now put. They can even contact Cameroon to put an entrance stamp to Cameroon officially and put it in their system. And now exit through the land border. They will now put it exit through land. So that as they kill him, they will say, no. Look, they will carry the passport. BBC will be the first to publish it. Oh, it is confirmed that he entered Nigeria. Because BBC is evil. If you are listening to BBC, you are doomed. I am telling you. If you are an African listening to BBC nonsense, you are doomed. When you hear Satan, in Igbo cosmology, we didn't have anything like Satan. It's them that brought it. That is Britain. BBC. All are Satan. Satan, Ajomo, because it's not Satan, is not Ekwensu. I've explained it here time without number. Ekwensu is one of Igbo deities. Mwedi Agog. Ekwensu, a trickster deity. Do you understand me? So when you hear Satan, it is BBC. They are anti-Biafra. To lessen their hatred, they can do everything. They publish, if this thing has happened like that, they will be the first to publish the passport copy. Look at the passport page. Oh, the visas, we follow it, a mover from Kenya, so date, and he enter, sneak into Cameroon, from Cameroon now, through the land border. Look at the stamp. And you will believe, because after all, your God is white. Your Jesus is white now. You saw anything you believe. White this thing, media have said so. BBC, your God have said. After all, Britain created Nigeria, so it's your God. Do you see the logic? Do you see it? So this is what they are trying to replicate. These people, they don't hear. They want to if things are out, they say no. So they want to fly a kite by writing out, bringing out this, so that they will see how people will, that somebody will call and say, no, if this thing, if Nnamdi Kanu, you have to know the whereabouts, otherwise I will kill everybody, this and that. They know, Nnamdi and Abu born. And you understand? And they will now carry out their evil plan. But they will not. Because they know that the repercussion is, is a chain reaction. The chain reaction will never stop. The chain reaction will never stop. So we are aware of, I am happy whenever I look around, I look at IPOB, I look at the leadership of IPOB, I am confident, because these are the people that understands the way Nigeria works. These are the people that can never be shaken with one emotion or the other. No. Either religion or personal emotion. No. You're not blinded. You understand? In order to, because we can never afford to make any bad decision out of mistake or out of sentiment or out of pressure. No. That is the leadership of this struggle. That's why I'm happy. So, Nigerian government, they understand. They have tried in order to do everything using their infiltrator. They have tried to use criminals in order to cause confusion between us, IPOB, and many of our villages, of our communities. They couldn't. So we are in a fight. So this false alarm they are giving to the youth corpers, before God and man, it is a plan by the Nigerian government in order to carry out another false operation or false flag operation. They will use their agents to carry this thing, to kidnap the youth corpers. And as they kidnap, they will be telling them that this is a IPOB. These are very rudimentary plan, primary. It is not even advanced. Primary plans, we know all this. That's why we are exposing it here on Radio Biafra, so that you understand. You that is, encompassed with emotion. Once emotion blinds your sense of reasoning, you are gone. You don't reason again. Are you hearing me? You don't reason again. So that is it. The other time they did their false flag operation in Aba, and with it, they have been killing our people, disappearing our youths. Let me read the press release, IPOB press release. IPOB press release of 15th June 2024. Indiscriminate arrest and detention of Abia youths by a murderous army and ethnic cleansing agenda against Ndibo, IPOB. The movement and worldwide family of the indigenous people of Biafra, IPOB, led by the indomitable leader Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, condemns the indiscriminate arrest of innocent civilians in Abia State because of the malicious murder of Igbo soldiers at Abaklik or Obikabia Community Junction on the 30th of May 2024. The continuous intimidation, illegal arrest, torture, and forceful disappearance of Igbo youths by the Nigerian army is part of an ethnic cleansing agenda against Ndibo. After the false flag operation that led to the killing of 5 Nigerian soldiers of Igbo extraction at Obikabia military checkpoint, Aba, on 30th May, hundreds of Abia youths have been abducted by the unprofessional Nigerian army, sweeping the city and arresting innocent people in the name of falsely looking for IPOB and ESN operatives is a cover-up against investigation into the slain soldiers incident. IPOB and ESN are not involved in the attack and murder of the soldiers. It is unfortunate that the Nigerian army are belittling themselves internationally because of their hatred they have against Ndibo. No amount of false flag operations and blackmail will make IPOB retreat in the quest for Biafra independence. The Nigerian government and the Nigerian army knew very well that the attack and murder of the soldiers was a false flag operation by the Nigerian army. IPOB Intel have revealed that the aggrieved Fulani kidnappers dislodged by the demolition of shanties at the Lokbanta cattle market colluded with some Fulanis in the military command at Aba, carried out the false flag operations on 30th May during Biafra Heroes Day. In order to create confusion among Ndibo, the Fulanis in the Abia State Military Command deployed only Igbo soldiers and a few Christian soldiers from the Middle Belt region to the marked military checkpoint for this particular purpose. The soldiers were sacrificed for the false flag operation to blackmail IPOB and create an opportunity for the army to invade Abia State. We challenge the Nigerian army to show the world the record of the results of the investigation that showed records that showed the posting of soldiers that day. Let the world see that they destroyed only Ndibo in Nigeria army and decided to accuse IPOB ESN for the attack and murder of the soldiers at the Obikabia military checkpoint on 30th May. The murderous Nigerian army murdered their fellow soldiers just to blame this innocent IPOB and ESN movement. The Nigerian army was on a mission to eliminate a large number of Igbo people and Christian soldiers. In that way, it will be easy for their jihadists and terrorist brothers to fulfill the Ottoman Fodio agenda of dipping the Quran in the Atlantic Ocean. The governor of Abia State should be careful not to fall into the trap of using the false flag operation to set himself against Abia citizens. Permitting the indiscriminate illegal arrest of his fellow citizens will damage his already earned admiration. Governor Oti must be careful of working with retired General Ihejirika, who will turn him against the people to destroy his political ambition. Abia State must not be turned into a war zone as a result of false flag operations that the Nigerian army has adopted to justify the invasion of Abia State. The Nigerian army and their aggrieved Fulanis at Lokpanta want to divert Abia State governor's attention from their malicious agenda. Governor Oti must not allow himself to focus on fighting IPOB and ESN while the Fulani terrorists and Nigerian military perfect their strategy to destabilize Abia State and frustrate his development agenda. Dr. Oti should look beyond the false flag operation that led to the death of the soldiers at Obikabia military checkpoint. But be careful with his political adversaries before they lead him astray. Indiscriminate illegal arrest of Abia State citizens by the Nigerian army is targeted at pitting him against the citizens. IPOB therefore calls on the Nigerian army and the Abia State governor to release all the illegally abducted innocent citizens. The Nigerian army is using intimidation and indiscriminate arrests to force Biafra youths to flee from their communities so that the imported Fulani terrorists invade our communities without resistance. Our Igbo leaders should stop allowing the massacre of our youths for political correctness when other ethnic leaders are protecting their youths. If the propagandist Nigerian army thought by using false flag operation to blackmail IPOB and ESN would deter us from defending Biafra land against jihadists and terrorists, they are wasting their time. IPOB and ESN remain resolute and uncheckable. Comrade Emma Powerful, Media and Publicity Secretary for the indigenous people of Biafra. That is it. Do you know how the Second World War was started? Do you know how Hitler started the Second World War? Do you know how? He started it in Poland. Polish border. The first flag operation. Are you hearing me? They captured, he used Hitler. Hitler used some prisoners, Polish prisoners held in Germany as of that time. They wore them Polish military uniforms. They didn't even know what they were going to cause because they promised them liberation after they did all this. They told them to go and attack. They trained them. Polish, prisoners. Ordinary prisoners held in Germany that time for different crimes. Now they gathered them. They told them that you are going to do this. If once you finish, you will be liberated. They say, okay. It's false flag operation. They didn't know. They told them that they are going to cross the border to Germany and attack, I think, their radio signal station. One German radio signal station across the border from Poland. You understand? Once they did it, they destroy it. Now they come back, they will release them. Without knowing, they want to use them to start one very huge world war. Because Hitler was looking for a smoking gun, a smoke screen. Are you hearing me? Anything just to start invading Holland. You know, here we open your eyes and your brains. That's why we hate religion. Because religion blocks it. You understand? This is what Nigerian government is doing. Now this is their plan. All these strategies is what they discuss. Remember that is it Omoni? The Yoruba, what do you call him? Intelligent, high-ranking military intelligence officer. Remember his revelations. All of them, they will hold meeting and say, what is to be done in this case? The Nigerian military, they held the intelligence meeting, security meeting. And they say, what are we going to? First of all, they thought that the bone of contention, the center of gravity of IPOB is Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Once he's being removed, I know the plan is even backed by Britain, or is even given to them by Britain. Just at least remove this man from the scene, and everything is now they use some some insiders in the United States that intruded, calling themselves, IPOB one family, donating money. Let us donate. I donate. They use all those things in order to blind the eyes of our Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Now they say, yes, we got him. Honor with us. And then reports Nigerian government every minute of the day. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu akam no ototo. No loha in America. Do you remember Caroline, the personal assistant? Yang akam had share photo, the video, no made the video. Camera no ongona akam. They could report. No ongona his breakfast or akam this morning. Do you know that it is all they couldn't poison him? They couldn't. You understand? All direct. Now they push him to travel to Kenya. Their Britain say, okay, to carry out this plan. Once this man is out of the scene, IPOB will collapse. Because their problem is IPOB. It's a worldwide movement. For your information, their problem is not an individual. For your information, is the the movement. Because on the worry. They said the center of gravity first is Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Remove him from the scene. Now IPOB will collapse. They will just put their infiltrators, their sleeper cells. They will activate them. They will bring katakata everywhere. This one accused this one. Oh, he's Mazi. Have you forgotten what IPOB underwent? Immediately, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu was rendition. People started on the DOS on our everywhere. Anyway, it's when Biafra come that we will tell the story. Not now. So they failed woefully. They failed. They saw that after throwing us everything, removing, kidnapping Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, and activating their sleeper cells, using their infiltrators, causing confusions, trying to hijack IPOB by BBC promoted somebody. No way. IPOB can now more than even. This is another plan they are using. False flag operations. They will now, they will commit crime, they will kidnap, they will kill, and they will say it's IPOB. People that kill, they will make sure that they will be videoed with a IPOB insignia, emblem. Like the other one, they came Ojuku photo, boldly on the SUV. Nigeria, they are sometimes they behave childishly. Very childish, honestly. When you look at their plan, they are very childish. Even can a country even win a war with this type of childishness? Something that is rudimentary. They don't know how to plan. So this is the way they come by now, this time around. They gave SOS to youth coppers in Southeast, telling them that, they receive intelligence that IPOB is going to kidnap them. But it is what they will do. Before you know, they will strike. They will say, we told you, we said it. We refer to our SOS message. Look at it. They have done it. But it is them. So all these things they are targeting IPOB. Are you hearing me? So let us be wise. Let us be wise. There is this news headline, headers, gang raped 13-year-old girl in Enugu community, kill farmer for attempting to rescue her. That is Fulani, what they are doing in our land. All these governors, they are not talking about it. Our political elites, they seldom talk about it. They don't do nothing about this. In our own land, they gang rape 13-year-old girl in Enugu community. This is anathema. Can you hear this type of news in BBC? No, can you hear this type of news? Say Fulani headers gang rape. They will say no, there is a farmers headers clash. But Fulani headsmen gang raped 13-year-old girl in Enugu. After all, when BBC, don't you see, I think last year or last 2 years, when BBC did the documentary, false documentary of IPOB, and we attack them. Now we pressure them into making mistake. They went and interviewed and did another documentary on the Fulani headsmen. Sitting down with the Fulani terrorists that admitted on the camera that they asked him how many people you have killed. He's saying it's uncountable. It's just like sitting down with ISIS in Syria, their leader, Babakar, what do you call it, Al-Bakri or something like that. He has died anyway. Or sitting down interviewing Osama bin Laden, BBC, and asking him how many people he say he have killed. He just kill and cut off your neck, or cut your throat, or any type of killing, and shoot you and you just go his way. He's a killer. He's their assassinator, terrorist assassinator. BBC sit down with the person. How do they have contact with the person to the extent of sitting down? But BBC was unable to even interview an IPOB member for you to see the hatred, so that they will be given the real story of what is happening. But they contacted and sat down with a wanted terrorist. And you are telling me that there is nothing going on with BBC, with Britain. They set up everything that is happening in Nigeria. They set up the Fulani to take over everywhere. Britain. Fulani terrorists, killer headsmen, they gang raped 13-year-old Biafran girl in Enugu community. You can never hear this. You can never see it in BBC. It doesn't matter what they do. After all, Harold Wilson, the former British Prime Minister, he said no amount of Biafra dead bodies, if you want, load them in trailers, so millions of their dead bodies. They cannot change British policy against Biafra. That's why till today, anytime Biafra genocide is being raised up in United Nations meetings, Britain Britain will pull it down. Britain will pull it with their veto power. Pull it down. It's never discussed. Since 1970 to today, many countries have tried for Biafra genocide to be discussed in United Nations. It is Britain that have been bringing it down with their veto power. They thought that after some years, some decades, centuries, that everything will be forgotten. We will continue being docile. And the worst part of it is that we have people answering that they are Christians going to Church of England in Nigeria, in Biafra land. Church of your killers. Let us be wise. So let's go back to the topic of today's discussion. And there is this news headline of, it was 14th of June 2024. It said Simon Ekpa, not IPOB member, Nnamdi Kanu told Ohaneze at DSS headquarters. And that's it. Simon Ekpa is not an IPOB member. So it's good that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu have openly to. Do you remember at the court last time, when somebody wanted to ask about Simon Ekpa, to put Simon Ekpa, to condemn him openly? Allah Ejima co-hushed him. No, don't talk, don't mention that name, don't talk. And you ask, why are they hiding it? Why? It tells you all you need to know. It tells you. And Allah Ejima he had been so-called winning. When he was at the background, he has been so-called winning. Oh, he will write, he will publish, he won the case in Omahe, he won the case in the now he is now on the center stage. Everything is losing. He loses every cut. Don't you ask yourself why? There are how agents work. When they are at the background, their handlers will help them to be in the top, to remove the real people that are working. Once they are in the top, there is nothing you can do. They continue. They are in charge. But we are watching. We are watching. The case of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is not a case you mess around with. Our case age as of favor or age politics, so that you become known. And after you enter politics, become now associate for governorship. No. We are wiser now. We of this generation, we are wise. We are no more like before. You can easily, and IPOB medal. You as IPOBians, we are more wiser than you think. Let me keep it like that. So let me go direct to the discussion, today's discussion, because I will open the lines so that people will start calling in and let's have an interaction. Let it be interaction. Are you hearing me? Let it be an interaction. And as I have said, let me see. The topic of today's religious discussion is: does religion help in the development and advancement of a nation? Yes or no? Just give your reasons. Give your reasons. If you say, how can the how do you know? Let me just give a preamble. Religion is simply a belief. Is an organized belief system, a way of worshiping a deity or some deities. Organized. Okay. Now, one of the main reasons we are also asking questions is this. We are told that the religion they brought in our land, normally, religion makes us, organizes a people. But we saw the opposite is the case. It divided our people into pieces. Number one, instead of solving the problem of organization, they don't do. The enemy, our enemy will always come like a snake, rattlesnake, harmless, like a dove, but inside is a rattlesnake. Once he enter inside, he will unleash the poison. Are you hearing me? You see today, the Fulani, they are trying very hard in order to Islamize Igbos. They did this Islamization of the Igala people. Are you hearing me? And the reason why they are doing this is not because of they love you, they love us. No. It is for them to be in control of our psyche, our mindset. So that anything they talk, you bow down. They will be your teacher. That's it. That's what Britain did. That's what the Europeans did in our land. Anything you want to do, they tell you, remind you, they remember the book of Luke, say, oh, it calm or down. You calm down. How would that how touch other place? How use Zoya in order to push you down? You don't have the mindset of your own. They have your mindset. Whereas had it been in our own traditional religion, it binds us together. It makes us to be one. We eat together. We share meat together in a community. But today you cannot achieve this again. This one we say, no, I am deeper life. The other one say, I'm assemblies of God. I cannot touch anything with unbelievers. How they will quote for you where it is written is it in the book of Corinthians or Galatians? Do not be equally yoked with unbelievers. Finish. The guys are going meeting on now saying, no, these are unbelievers. What I'm telling you is what we experienced. It's not what somebody told us for your information. That is why when I see people that are saying, no, don't discuss this religion, it hurts me a lot, honestly speaking. In this struggle, it hurts me. It hurts me. How can't we discuss something that divided us into pieces? Something that made us to see each other as foreigners, as foes instead of brothers. Why can't we discuss it? So, development and advance, I don't want to go details. I want to hear from people anyway. I don't want to go into details. As I said, what is going to be the topic or the question is, does religion help in the development and advancement of a nation? You can start by answering yes, it does, or no, it doesn't. Now you give your reasons and be ready. I might also interject, ask some questions, also interject. So it's an interaction, please, so that we learn. I want people, both people that have contrary opinion, please gather. I want you to be calling also. We are all in this together. This is not a place of malice. No. We are there is no way we can be together without discussion. It's impossible. Without dialogue, discussions. What is good in awakening, in renaissance, is people must discuss in order to discuss about their differences. That is the most important thing. But what baffles me is that many of these religious bigots, they will tell you that they believe what you believe, I believe what I believe. No discussion. They don't have time to come and argue with you. It's a mindset. I was having that mindset far back when I was still under the same program. Why will you discuss with Antichrist? Oh, no, no, no. You are talking against the Holy Spirit. Please remove fear. All these are nonsense fears. We are human beings, you and I, that must fix our nation. No spirit will do it. All these foreign influence that are, foreigners that bring all these things to us, they are in their place building their nations, but they put poison in our own land, and you are taking them serious. That's why I want us, in order to have this interaction, please. So, in a cool-headed manner, we are not, insulting each other. We are not trying to intimidate any person, no. But we want to interact with ourselves because that is how it should be. Even if Biafra is restored tomorrow, there must be dialogues. It must continue. Without dialogue, you either dialogue on the table or you dialogue with a machine gun. That is war. We kill each other. But we prefer dialogue, talking. It doesn't matter how we disagree, we continue talking until we continue making sense and superior arguments continue rising up. That's why when some people say, oh, people are saying going back to our roots, some people are going this side, some people are going in here, some people are going back. So that this is not normal. We have to stop here saying no, we shouldn't. That is normal thing. Are you hearing me? You see the pyramid. At the base of the pyramid, it can go up to maybe 100 kilometers square. The base will be very broad. But the more it goes up, the more it sharpens. The more it goes up, the more it sharpens. It sharpens until it reaches to the apex. The apex is pointed. That is how these things are. Many of our people don't know that, in a struggle like this, renaissance, it comes with commotions and confusions. To the extent, some people will start regretting, saying, now what is happening? It's not abnormal, please. It's not abnormal. Because it's just you want to collect honey. You must go and stay up the bees. They must act now. Thousands of bees will act. But there is something you are looking there. So when you see all these things that are happening, this one, no, we continue talking. Continue. If we ever stop discussing it, know that we have destroyed everything. Because Onye ọ na-aga na-emezi otu o si chọọ. But as we continue speaking continuously about it, talking it, now people will be seeing reason. Maybe the way this one understand, yes, he said going back to the root, oh, but now he will see another dimension. Maybe as we are talking, discussing, he will see another dimension and understand and say, oh, what I was practicing is not good. So he will voluntarily jettison it out of conviction. The same thing to another person. Before you know, the more we go, things continue sharpening. Superior argument will be on top, on top, on top, on top. You know, as you're putting blocks, it be, superior argument until it sharpens. Everybody will be guided by that superior argument. That is reaching the apex. But at the base, you will be confusion. Everybody will say, I'm going back to my root. Or will kid, say, I'm going back to my root. Or Ghana minute, say you're on 1 minute. Don't worry. We continue talking. People will be seeing reason. Do you understand my point? You cannot, because of your seeing confusion, say, nah, let us stop. Now, otherwise, they put confusion. Don't you see the NSAS protest of 2020? Because people stopped, that's why. Don't you see the confusion everywhere? No market, so people, nothing was moving. Everywhere there was confusion. Everywhere. That is how revolutions are. Because a country like Nigeria, if really they want to survive, they want to restructure themselves, it must be through a bloody revolution. Bloody revolutions are like that. Revolutions, genuine revolutions are like that. It will be confusion everywhere at the start, but the more you go, the more people will start understanding. Now, you see people now taking charge of things. Both killers, both people that are destroying, saying, nah, was it like this? So, because people continue talking, continue moving until people will be seeing reasons in order to join together and stop looting. Before you know, the revolution will bring out a leader on itself. Somebody that makes a higher superior argument will be talking. It will be natural leader, like Napoleon Bonaparte. It's like that. You see, you cannot talk about modern France without talking about Napoleon Bonaparte. Study about the French Revolution. It destroyed most France. It killed many French people. French revolutions, it destroyed lives. I am telling you. So it is not something abnormal when we are into this, going back to our roots. Something that has been ingrained. Are you hearing me? Sometimes there are people that are mischievous because they are no in the church. They are now, this is disgruntled against what we are doing. They can tomorrow turn around and say, how was it and why? We are okay, we must go back to our root now. How with that thing that scam they are doing inside the church? The thing they change name, say Mazi. We have them. So as time goes on, as we continue talking and talking and talking, you see all those type of people will be identified. Genuine people that entered through ignorance will be jettisoning. Others that are mischievous, they will be identified and say, no, and Mazi are quite mischievous people. Now you see, as time goes on, they will become ashamed. The superior argument will continue rising and destroying other nonsense, inferior arguments. That is the way it should be. That is the way it is always. Therefore, without taking time, I will open the lines, please. If you want, you can call right now. Some people have been calling before, but I never pick. But if you want, you can call right now because there's no need of going through into some breaks, please. I mean, some few minutes break. No need. I will open the line so that people will start calling. And if you call, please do not make your submission brief. Your interaction brief. Sometimes we must interact. The question I ask is this: does religion help in the development and advancement of a nation? Yes or no? Now you give your reasons. That is what I am for today. We talk about religion. Religion. Does it help in the development and advancement of a nation? If you say yes, you are right. It is your right to say yes now, but we know we are looking for superior argument. You give your reasons. If you say no, it doesn't, you give your reasons. I can also play the devil's advocate. I can interject. You understand? So we must continue. So I already have callers, please, that are waiting. Caller on WhatsApp. Can you hear me? Sorry, before I call, let me announce the numbers, please, again. The call line, the direct call line is +1 213 328 6224. You know, sometimes we are unorthodox. +1 213 328 6224. Our WhatsApp and Signal line is +61 405 142547. Honestly speaking, all these my lines, sometimes they are overloaded because people will put it in different groups that every second they have hundreds of messages, if not thousands, every minute. So they continue overloading. Sometimes I continue cleaning, otherwise the phones will be blocking, you know. But we must continue. So I have a caller already on WhatsApp. Caller on WhatsApp. Mazi, can you hear me? Welcome to the program. Caller. Hold on, Mazi. Hold on. Just hold on. Hold on. Why is your this not coming out? Okay. Mazi, can you hear me?
Mazi, I'm hearing you loud and clear.
Okay. Go on, please. Go on. Start by introducing yourself, if you may, and you go straight to the question. Does religion help? Go on, please.
My name is Mazi Nwankwo, the drug pusher. I'm calling from my location. And want to use this opportunity to wish our leader and our leader as well, from our spirit leader, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Mazi, what we are talking about religious this night, religious have done us evil things. My answer to your question is no. Religion is not helping us.
Give your reasons, please. Give your reasons.
We have, I may say, longer throat, and we can't stand on our word. That is, if you want to determine that we not have determination in our life, that is for us to, because religion is like an agreement, what we believe on. Sometimes money makes us wealth, common wealth. Let me just put it like this: wealth makes us to fall apart from our religions. That is why our forefathers, the ancient.
So before you continue, in Anahimneku, is it religion that made us then to fall apart, or what are you saying?
What I mean by that is religion. Religions, that is when we believe like a Christian. Let me talk about Christianity. Christianity. So many of us go there is we join Christianity by maybe for our neighbors or our brothers to see that we are Christians, but we will not stand and maintain. That is what goshi ịdị na-egosi na iwu dị na that religion na anyị na-maintain ya by enwere ihe a ga-eme. For example, if I have some ceremony in my house, on my home, some of my brothers and sisters will reject it, telling me that I go it through Igbo, that is I didn't put it in a Christian way. But when they go to another person's house, maybe a big man like that, maybe a wealthy man like that, they will eat the same food that I cook in my house. that they will fall apart.
So is it, or is it religion that caused it?
Yes.
How?
The reason why I say it is, we, especially we Igbos, we don't normally stand on our word by, for example, money. If in terms of money, Igbo man can fall apart from his religion.
But the issue on discussions, listen, please. The issue, the topic of our discussion is whether, what do you think, does religion help in the development and advancement of a nation? Because what you are talking now, you are not, is no more, you are no more blaming or talking of religion, which means it's our character. Is that what you mean? If you can also continue to answer, does religion nwere ike ime mepe obodo, nye aka ka e were mepe obodo, ka obodo gaa n'ihu? That is the thing.
Religion enwere ike imepe obodo.
How?
Because
then how?
ihe ji na religion enwere ike imepe obodo bụ na the way anyị nwa bụ ndị mmadụ si aghọta religion. Anyị nwere ike religion dịka mmadụ ịṅụ iyi, dịka omenala na ụka. Ọkwa bụ religion. Omenala na ụka, onye omenala nwere ike ikwudoro ihe o kwuru, mana onye ụka nwere ike ọma nkwudoro ihe o kwuru, maka ọ ga-ewere mebi na ọ ṅụrụ iyi ụka dị ya ma mme ya emechakwa ọmame. Ọ na-ebute crisis. O nwere onye na-ekweta na nke ibi ya. Look at what happened in Kanu. Let me just give it as an example. They are talking about the Emir of Kanu. Crisis between Sanisu and Adebayo. Do you know that if they really, really believe in their religion and they don't want to maintain it, they're not supposed to push their case to Nigerian court of law. They're supposed to go through Sharia court. But because of wealth or something like that, for them to drag and get their position, then forget about their Sharia law. And now come begin the fight at the Nigerian court of law. If they believe they're supposed to maintain their religion, and through their religion, they will not come out to fight in the public.
You are talking of the Kanu, Emir of Kanu, is that?
Yes.
Mazi, in that case, if you come to that also, let me tell you, or just like the same way the government, the present Nigerian government is in control of every king, traditional king or emir. It's the same thing. In our land, it's in Nigeria now, it is the governor that have to give you the certificate of what do they call it? Certificate for you to be a king or emir. So it's no more like before. So it's the government that has the final say. do you see that one? So, but let's not digress anyway. You are saying that no, that religion can never help in the development. You know, this question is a kind of tricky, because I want people to locate something, detect something there. You understand? But I just put it like this so that when people want eagle eyes to detect something. But thank you very much, Mazi. You have said your point. Udodi, ndewo Mazi. Ndewo jisike. Ndewo. Caller on direct line. Can you hear me, please? Go on.
Yes. This is Biafran Dube. Biafran Dube.
Ndewo Mazi.
Yes. Let me go straight to the point. My answer is no. There is nothing religion has contributed positively in our land. Only thing religion have contributed in our land is making us as a people to be weak. Weak-minded people. In the sense of somebody will come to unalive you, to kill you. When you remember that they have created somewhere, when you say thou shalt not kill, you have wakobala. you are destined for hell. Whereas those people who have brought that religion, because we are all of us, most people, we are indoctrinated with Christianity. That is why everybody used to point that side. In Book of Revelation 14, verse 1, he said, then he looked, and they only stand only 1,444 people from the Zion. And the Zion, we know that Zion is not in Africa. It's not located in Anibo. These people are only for underwater Lorioka. And I used to tell my people that a person that feels that love you, discover the diamond, do you think that love will still push you and that person to show you that diamond for you to take some diamond in that place? That is no. So for my own take, my religion have made us to be weak. We are weaklings, and in this case, on our quest of freedom, you see how it is happening. That is why somebody will just stand up and do something and feel and go free. Anyway, it makes us to be weak. That is it. Religion.
There were Mazi.
Thank you, sir.
Udodrege, yes. Caller on. Let me see. Caller on signal. Can you hear me? Caller on signal.
Yes, I can hear you, Martin. Mazi Jonathan. Good evening to you from here.
Udodrege Mazi.
Mazi Jonathan. My name is Desmond and I'm calling from Italy. Yes, Mazi Jonathan, I want to answer your question as you asked it directly. The truth is that religion does not help or in any way attribute to the development of any country or even any society in that matter. Religion is just a tool of control, a tool that one man can use to control a fellow man. So, but in this case now, they now give themselves title of pastor, be it a pastor, be it an imam, be it an overseer, be it anything. Then they use it as a tool to control the other people. That is why people tend to worship these men than to even acknowledge the nature or the main existence. What develops a society is the law, the institutions the society is able to create, because when the institutions are created and they function very well, then it can be able to make the change required, and it can also bring out the value of the people, and also the infrastructures. These are the things that bring up development in every sense society. And this is why we want to cleanse the brain of our people to understand. But due to this economical strangulation, hardship, when they put you in hardship, and you have somebody telling you, especially those people who have not gone out from that shallow environment called Nigeria. If you were born there and you live all your life there, you will be thinking everything that is happening there is normal. It's like an American person. Some American people, when you ask them Africa, when you ask them how many countries, they think Africa is one country because they've not gone to Africa before. So that is how it is to some. They were given birth to, and their parents take them to these churches. They were indoctrinated while they were very, very little. And they grew up with it to the age of 30 to the age of 40, where you expect them to be impactful to the society. You now see them exhibiting what they were garbage in. So that is what is happening, and it's very sad that it has really eaten people, and it's going to take a lot to bring many people out of this. Because my brother, there are people that when you try to argue or try to give them point to come out of this thing, they will not want to understand because they lack exposure. And you know, all your cages in our onion gem, because because unusual work and somebody can grow old in one particular place and he will not know anything. He will just know that his environment. So no matter anything you tell him, it will be difficult for him to come out of it, even if he's seeing truth in what you are saying. But all I say, oh man, I can change. Yeah, all the time called the Camera. Like there was a time I used to talk with a very elderly woman from my place. We are talking about Osu, and this woman goes to church very, very well. And I was telling her, why would you say a woman be like this? And you say you go to church. Is this what the Bible teach you? After much heated argument with her, she now told me, oh, time called the Camera, why I get change you? When I was giving her points, she just say, oh, time called the Camera, I got to change you. You understand now?
Yes.
So that is how their brain has been coupled up. But it's very unfortunate. We have to continue. And I appreciate you for this religious lesson you give to people every Saturday. It's very, very important that we have to cleanse the brain, because sometimes while we are also trying to cleanse our people from that religious aspect that the Western people got, some of our people in our land are also using some of our culture to destroy our land. So sometimes people find it difficult to balance the two of them. But it is a work that we have to do. It's going to take time, but at the end, we will succeed. So, Mazi, I want to thank you for your program, and I want to encourage Biafrans anywhere you are. You can see what is going on in our land. You talked about the SOS that the military is sending to coppers. So nobody knows where they are coming from. The land of Biafra and our people have to go in a high alert. But for we in diaspora, it's our duty to continue to support ESN. You have to support ESN financially, and if you want to support ESN, you support through IPOB units, IPOB zones, through our PayPal, www.ipob.org. You go there, it will direct you how to support, or through any other means that's approved by HPDP or specific. It's a form of fundraising or that means. We have to continue to support the protection of our land. You can see, and you talked about also the video that surfaced 2 days ago about those that were intercepted. They don't know anything. They just know the name of that place they are going to. You see, and they say that some of them are already there. And you have seen the kind of attack that is happening around our communities now. Enugu, the rape, Ozowan, everywhere you see all this attack happening. And you can see the Nigerian military is destroying our people. So these are terrorists in uniform and in other way, without uniform, in the bush, in uniform in the city. And then they have the government, Nigeria government sponsoring them, and then they have the British that is supporting them. It's a very serious fight. But we know that Biafra is victorious, and we are going to be victorious. Why should we do our own? Support ESN and take your directive from POS. Remain resolute. Our demand is the unconditional release of our leader and a referendum. Nigeria DSS saying all that nonsense about our leader escaping, they must be aware that this time around, our leader is the most important thing that we have. And there is no jokes about it. They should unconditionally release our leader as discharged and acquitted by their own court. That's our message to them. Thank you very much, Mazi Jonathan.
We must continue. There's something I want to say before we continue in this interaction. When we talk about religion, listen. Our culture, our tradition, our way of life is also religion, because it's a set of organized belief. That is what I wanted people to, talk. Although our brother, touched it a bit. So, the way religion can help is, first of all, organization. It is being used for organizing a people. That is number one. Without organization, you can never talk about development. It's just like Nigeria. What you see Fulani is trying to do when you hear about Islamization is to organize us into their, loyal to them through their religion. That is Fulanization via Islamization. Now, when you use religion to organize a people, you put a people into one fold through the religion. Now you can now advance. But in our own, it's not the same. It's not the case. Because if the foreign, religion, had it been it's only one, for example, Islam, if they build church or build this now, it will be community based. It will be for the community, not dividing us into pieces. It would have been better because everything would have been uniform. But in our own, it is never uniform. The best thing would have been for us to be in that. Now modify it, unify it, because it is for organization. Without organization, there will be no discipline. Without discipline, you cannot talk about development. The state we are today, as Igbo people, Nigeria has disorganized us. Religion scatter us. Nigeria disorganized us. So everything is against our being together. The only thing I see that will eventually organize us is our natural way of life. As people are now trying to understand that, look, after all, what they demonized, it was not like that. That is the point I want to make before continuing. Caller, I have callers waiting. Mazi Sochima, I will come to you, but just let me. This person has been there since going to 11 minutes. Caller on WhatsApp, can you hear me, please?
Mazi, good evening.
There
Mazi,
Chinedu
na-ekwu from Italy, Napoli ka nsi akpọ.
Mazi,
Mazi, dịka ajụ na-ajụ ma ihe na Christianity ka religion enwego ndị ọ hepụrụ, ma n'uche nke mụnwa ebelivu na o nwere ndị ọ hepụrụ. But the problem anyị nwere n'Africa wụ this Christianity awụghị mfe anyị nwa. Ihe awụ after m Christianity asị ihe na omenala ndị dị ọsọ ebe a nọ kịta ana m n'Italy here. So ana m eme interact with enwego ebe m na-arụ ọrụ ka m na-agwọ mmanụ nọ na-ekwu okwu one day ya ebe last month sef. So na-ajụ asị ya ma o believe na Chukwu, ọ sị m mba. Then nsị ya ka ezi ihe o mean, ọ sị m ka ihe m mean by Chukwu. Nsị ya beti iwe Christian, ọ sị m ya Christian. Ya Christian mba, ihe njiri ya beti ewu Catholic, ọ sị ya Catholic. Then ntụ onwe mbụ ntụrụ onwe ọgwụ ha fụtara ihe na this religion as culture, but ebutere anya ewerezie ya so okpukperechi. Because already abịa na Africa, ịbịa n'ala Igbo, anyị our own culture, but anyị bịara mezie nke anyị abolish so wezie nke ndị ọcha, and ndị ọcha anwe bụ etu ha si efolo ya. Because na Napoli anyị nọ kịta na Italy, etu ha si ekpe ihe na even nwere some ihe na mbụ tradition ha na-ada eme, ha na-eme ya every year. Yetago. So ha na-eme even ha na-ebuchi ihe dịka mmọnwụ. But ịbịa n'Africa mebi ewere ihe dịka mmọnwụ bata na chọọchị, ma na fada na pastọ ya agbafu ọsọ. Yetago dịrị ha. But ha na-eme ya even ha na-eme ya ma ndị fada ma ihe niile ha akwụrụsị anọ ọsị na main road na-eso ha na-asọpọtụ ha. Yetago dịrị ha wish ụdịrị ha ya eme ya n'Africa. Yetago ihe ya asị gị nọ arụsị ka ị na-ekpere. So dịka ihe ị nọ na-ajụ, mụnwa na-ebelieve that na ihe na Christianity ka religion ọ na-ehepụ ha because ọ dị afọ m ya nọ as no ihe na their own culture, but ọ na-ehepụ anyị because ọwụ ha our culture. Ihe na-ehepụ karịa ihepụ anyị ma ọ bụrụ na anyị laghachi ya back to our own culture, because Chineke kere ndị ọbụla nke ndị ahụ etu ha esi wee na-ebi, which enwere ihe na our own culture ma omenala anyị kịta anyị na-eme ya, ndị ọcha nwere ike ha na-afụ ya bịa ebe a na-eme ọ dị ha ka anyị na-eme but anyị nwa na-eme ya enjoy. So etu a ka ọ dịkwa ụfọdụ culture ha hie ịfụ ya sef ha nwere ike na-eme ya na-agba egwu ha ya na-agba sef ọ ya na-atọ gị ụtọ, but ha nwa n'onwe ha na-ele ya ọ na-atọ ha ụtọ, ha na-eme ya enjoy. Ịghọtago ụdịrị ha. So mụ believe that na ihe na Christianity enweghị even Africa kpegide from na eternity enweghị ọ ya ha help because anyị amaghị the secret dị ihe ya aka help anyị ihe na that our traditional religion. Yotago so ihe a we hen chọrọ add na the thing. Thank you,
Ndewo,
Mazi.
ndewo. Ọ dị ka ihe m kwuru oge gara aga. Before you okwu. I said it. I love what you said. Or the bendy. Oh yeah, the issue. Ihe ọwụna dị bendy. Anything the foreign. That is ị ga-amụgide ya ihe. Ọ dị ka otu anyị nọ now. Na be anyị now. Abịa banishie tọnọ anyị sị anyị erizi na akpọ. Anyị elozi na ihe olulo. Ka anyị riwezie hamburger. Ma a na-afọsụ ihe ahụ ebe ị na-elu akpọ ọ eri garị atụfu ichie ihe ị na-eri sị gị ma enye gị hamburger nye gị french fries si ghọọ ya na-ata maazị anyị mee ya 1 year 2 years ịhụ agụrụ ga-egbu onye ọbụla ịgwa gị eziokwu anyị ga-echenji just the same thing ọ dị be ndị na-arụrụ ndị ọrụ ọ ya wụ the issue ọ ya onye anyị na-ada aghọta anyị na-ekwu ọ dịka and lee anya maazị ọkwa ịhụrụ these Europeans before if you listen through before what I said before these Europeans they took this religion because it was also imposed to them by their kings and they fought over it. It took a long time for them to get accustomed to it. And they became real believers. Everything was centered on the religion. You understand?
Yeah.
Until they went through revolutions. They now understand that, look, with superstition, they can never advance a country. That is the function of that revolution, to turn them from superstition to reality, to knowledge, from believers to knowledge. You understand? It is that time now after they fought hard, they fought blood we are spilled for them to be in the mood they are in today. They now relegated the religion to the background as only identity. For identity, you have to identify yourself in anything.
You
understand? Just
exactly.
like what we are doing now, as IPOB members now, if you are a student of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, that you are awakened, you will grow above religion. And what I was again. You understand? And when you was again, you no more have superstition that and the best thing they did is now they stopped reading that book, that pamphlet, which they kept into Africa. Mazi, the people know beside you say, have you read the Bible? Maybe only did 50 years. Most of them guys say they never read the Bible since they were born. Okay, but how will they that thing now force here? Yes, how will they now force to Africa? Now, something that was written for antiquity, for donkey years, for that time. Ma this and that. How chopota? Because how they go awaken, hey, grow now above this, and how mad that here when also that thing. It shouldn't be your guideline. So how would it only that name? I'm a Christian only. How does he was here? He has now he got guide. This is our modern time. No, mana. When you come to our people, the case is different because the only thing the lack of mental awakening. That is the difference. If they are mentally awake, you will also understand. You get relegate that thing down. Or guys, our guideline to your life. You guys he get relegate. Ota the Europeans is relegate to religion. Ota he gets relegate to here. You will no more be taking your standard from that place. You got another thing?
Yeah. You also that religion, how were as normal something. You also see if you say today, ebe na-arụ ọrụ every ha jeje na company. So every ha jeje na company. So the guy na asem na ma Christian. Si ya okay ihe o ji ajụ. Ọ sị m ihe na mbụ obido na-ajụ m ka ihe na ihe na ma evangelist. Nsi ya ke nke ihe obi. Nsi ya okay na evangelist. Ọ sị m pete ma Christian. Na wonder nsi ya Christianity, evangelist, ihe dị na awụ ihe ọsọ mba. Even ọ na-achọ ka eje jụọ mmadụ na eriri anyị eri forget kwa.
Ndewo. Let me bring in Mazi Sochima. Mazi Sochima, can you hear me?
I can hear you, sir. Ndewo. Dalu Mazi Jonathan. Dekwarage. Your question this evening, religion, and if it can contribute to nation building or to development of a society, I will say yes. I will say religion can contribute. When we look at history, history is clear that religion has immensely contributed to the development of Europe. Without religion in Europe, Europe would not have subjugated Africa the way they have. Yes, they won the war of weapons and the rest of them, but they had to sustain their winning through religion. So it is beneficial to them.
For conquest.
Even,
do you mean yes. For conquest?
So, yes. So for them, as long as they are concerned, it is beneficial for them. The problem is, this is where the problem comes in. It is like when they come in today's world, in today's society, they come to us, they call us tribes. But they go to themselves, they call themselves nations. And when you really scrutinize these two words, they mean the same thing. They simply mean the same thing. But when we call ourselves nations, because of the kind of way that they have sold, because this is their language to begin with, the way they have sold tribe to us and sold nation, we now do not see ourselves as nations. We see ourselves as tribe. So the same way with culture and religion, religion is basically a way of life. And like you said, identity. The same with culture. You identify people by their culture. So basically, they mean the same thing. But because of this, should I say, misconception of it between religion and culture, that is why we cannot properly organize our own religion. We feel like we do not have a religion. Now, going to the Nicene Creed, how it came about, they saw that incorporating other people's religion into their own, bringing people's religion and taking it as their own, will not serve their interest. Why? Because it is a way of life of a foreign people. You also have your own way of life, which means you have your own religion too. So the issue is about how do we structure our own religion, because it is traditional to us. It is what we developed as a result of where we are coming from, as a result of where we are, as a result of where we need to head to. Simply our way of life. So religion is very important in advancement, but the problem is you cannot be another person. Therefore, you cannot live the life of another person. Therefore, we cannot inculcate a foreign religion and let it supersede our religion. Like Christianity. Christianity is not our religion. Biafra is our religion. Biafra is about our way of life. Our own way of life, which is our religion, which is identity. So if we have that understanding that we also have our own religion, when we talk about, for instance, the conversation of religion, it is usually about, okay, This and this and this are what is not working for us. This religion, for instance, if our people understand it, we can even find a way to even turn their own religion into something that we can even as well use in order to advance our own economy, in order to advance our own society. We have leaders who could use the religion that they are practicing, turn it in our own way in order to benefit us. But that is not the case. But the issue is, any foreign religion cannot benefit us because it is not our own. It is not indigenous to us. It doesn't accept our own way of life. It doesn't even represent us. Therefore, it reduces our own dignity. So the best religion to benefit a people is the one that is indigenous to them. And if there is anyone that can benefit the people, which means religion can be used as a tool to further benefit any society. But it is now when a foreign religion is brought into a society, it will only destroy their own religion, therefore taking away their own identity from them. That is the little contribution I have, Mazi
Before you
Jonathan.
go, yes, before
Thank
you
you
go,
very much.
do you think there is a way a foreign religion could be adopted and restructured by a people in order to advance? Do you think so?
Yes, I think so. And why I think so is that adoption doesn't mean completely. Adoption is picking certain things that works and fixing it into your own. For me, it is simply a not complete adoption, because for instance, when I see somebody who is doing something good with his life, I don't need to be him, but I can adopt certain characteristics from him and use it as a way to improve my own life. But if I take his own life, even his name, his own identity, then it cannot be beneficial to me.
Okay. In what you said, I understood, I deducted one of the beneficiaries of religion is for conquest. And just the same way, the same what the Europeans did, what the Arabs also did, just for conquest. They use it to conquer people, and what the Fulani is also doing today, Islamization or Fulanization through Islamization. Because without religion, without imposing your religion on a people, you cannot completely subdue them. It's impossible. Even if you kill them or subdue them under arms, you cannot. You cannot completely. They will be there under. You'll be tired. That's why the Arabs you see today, they were under the Arabs you see in Middle East. They were colonized like us. First of all, by the Ottoman Empire. Ottoman Empire. Ottoman Empire is Turkey. Ottoman Empire is also Islamic, but they are pro-Western. They are kind of more secular than normal. Before the First World War, the Middle East you're seeing today was colonized, was under Ottoman Empire. So now the Europeans came during before and during the First World War as saviors. That's how they come. Conquerors. There is a way they behave. They are subtle in politics. They come as saviors to the Arabs, telling them that, look, we are going to help you if you turn against the Ottoman Empire. Because during the First World War, the West, we are fighting against Ottoman Empire. That is the reality. So they turned the people, they colonized the Arabs. They colonized. They turned them against their colonizers, which are the Ottoman Empire. Without the Arabs even understanding that, look, these people are even more brutal colonizers. you know. So, and the Arabs, they did their work. They revolted. They started revolting with the support of Europe, and they successfully defeated in 1917 the Ottoman Empire. Now the Arabs say, okay, we have done. Oh yeah, you say you are going to help us to create. You see, that is even from that time the origin of even Saudi Arabia. You are seeing they were not like they were tribal people before. Saudi Arabia you are seeing today, it just formed. It was formed in 1932. It came into existence as Saudi Arabia when the House of, the people, the House of Saud, it just formed, organized with the tribal tribes. Like there are, when you study history, you see that things are complex. The problem we are suffering is that Europe, the Berlin Conference destroyed Africa because they gave us the borders. In Africa, there is no natural border, no natural border, no natural nation. So they kept us there. They kept us where Africa were since 1884. That is where Africa stopped till today. Every other thing you are seeing today in Africa is about the European manipulation and management of Africa. So they have to use their religion. But Arabs, they defended their religion. Even Britain, they didn't even go there try to impose their religion because they know that these people, you don't ever touch their religion. Otherwise, you have done them imena hanshi. You understand? So that is the thing. So what you are saying, you're right in what you're saying. Religion could be used as a weapon of conquest. Because whenever people are shouting, maybe people are subjugated, there are the subjugators. There is positive and negative because the subjugators are enjoying. Like Nigeria, people are crying, Nigerians are crying, hardship, everything, lack of job. But it is advantage to other people. The British are enjoying it. That is how the world is, But the problem is that we as a people, we are not conquerors. I don't know whether I can classify this as a positive character or negative character, Mazi. Honestly speaking, sometimes I think about it, say whether it will be we are good people. Normally in this world, there is nothing like much good people. The way I see it, my own view. What matters is protect your own interest, your people interest, your collective interest. If you look at Japan, Japan you see today, Japan is also an imperial power. Japan, they love conquest. They are developed today. You understand? They love conquest. You understand? They occupied the part of China before, during the antiquity. So that is the way you see this world. The people that are the receiving end are the ones who say, now we are good people. We love human being. We cherish life. This world doesn't like people that are so soft. No, you become extinct. That's the way I see it. So you are right in what you said about religion being used as a weapon of conquest. Go on.
Another benefit, I know another benefit of religion is, for instance, if they knew that if they did not destroy our own religion, which today we call our culture, religion, same thing, same service, same thing. If they did not destroy it, today it would have been very, very easy for us to galvanize based on our religion. So this is a benefit of religion. If, for instance, ndị omenala anyị nwere na be anyị are people that are not mainly in the main people na enweghị understanding of what our culture is really about, what our religion is really about, it would have been a very clear and easy way for us to galvanize ourselves. That is also one of the benefits that religion offers in nation building. Another benefit that religion also offers in nation building is, for instance, before political parties were in existence, I think that religion was the first way, the first one that came before political parties came and overtook it. Today, political party is beneficial, but at the same time, it is detrimental. If you bring a political party from Britain to Nigeria, it will be operating like the colonial construct which Nigeria is. It will be operating in Nigeria with a foreign ideas, foreign philosophy, and it cannot work. But if we go to Britain, learn certain things from their politics, and then incorporate them into the one that is indigenous to us, it now works for us. So basically, religion is a very good thing. It's a way of galvanizing people, giving them identity so that they can push together as one. But now, if I come with my religion that is making me promote my identity as a Biafran, and I use that Biafran identity and go to Kafanchan and leave it there, it will not work for the interest of those in Kafanchan, but to the Biafran, it is a way of galvanizing. For instance, another example is we have Christians today. Christians could use their religious gathering in order to also teach people easily. They have followers who believe them like God. It is very easy for them to use that platform and inculcate knowledge in people. You will see people. I saw a follower on Twitter who had over 50,000 shares of information on Twitter, only for me to go through it and find out that most of those things were Ebukobi. And I'm asking myself, of what benefit is this to you? Because it doesn't contribute anything to you. The philosophy that they are inculcating is very negative to your own development. So, at least in our own religion, then it becomes a galvanizing point for us to come together. Just like Biafra, our religion is the galvanizing point for us to come together. It would have been a very, very marvelous thing. Ọ bụrụ na ndị omenala anyị are consistent and very understanding of it. The difference between our own religion and the religion they brought is simply because ha mere ya updated. How did they update it? Our own, onye ọbụla na-anọ n'ụlọ ya na-ekpere Chukwu, because we did not believe na mmadụ ga-ahụ Chukwu more than you. But their own, they advanced it to the point now we see a social gathering. So now people mistake a social gathering as with that religion itself, whereas a social gathering is entirely different from religion itself, because religion is simply a way of life. I can be a Christian, be in my home, understand the principles of Christianity and walk through it without going to church. Therefore, church becomes simply a formality, simply a gathering, simply just a social gathering. Ebe mmadụ like otu esi aga club and otu esi aga other social gatherings. It simply becomes that social gathering. But because we have left our own religion, poor culture, differentiate ya from religion, mezie ka anyị ọdịzi ka culture wuzi something dizi inferior to religion, or wuruzie ya nwa wuzi ihe mere we are where we are. If not, it would have been a very easy place for us to galvanize ourselves, just like we are doing on Radio Biafra, which is where we worship, which Biafra is our religion. Thank you very much, Mazi.
There were. Let me add something. I think you'll now be listening to the background. Yeah. Mazi, thank you very much. What I want to also add there is this. Our people, I cannot blame our people for so much, because we are in this 21st century. We didn't understand what our ancestors suffered. We were a conquered people. I mean, by the Europeans. This thing we are seeing today, that no person knew about, or few people knew about the originality of our culture, this and that. It is something that was manipulated to be like that. The Europeans came to our land. They demonize. Do you know? Imagine, for example, for example, you go to a village now that is in Igbo land, in a Gala land, that is completely a community that is completely Islamized. I am telling you, many of our cultures, you don't even dare talk about it. It will become anathema. Imagine that they are using Sharia. It's the same thing. In the Christian, listen, it's fair. The Europeans came and simply demonized anything that is indigenous to us, our culture. They demonize it. Three is so. They will find one thing or the other to target. Three is so. Four is so. Our deity so. They demonize it. So that character since 1857 till death. It's long time. It's not so long, but it's long time. It's generations. So any resistance, the real people that resisted, they killed them. Britain, they have the army, they have the force, superior force. They killed them, they destroyed them. You know what saved Japan was successful in fighting back. And why did they fight back against the Europeans when they came to do the same thing they did in Africa? They fought to retain their culture. People don't understand the importance of people's culture. People don't understand it. Ask the Japanese. They fought to retain their culture. For many years, the blood was spilled. Because these people from Europe, the European, they came to impose the same way they imposed, they were in charge. Any person that is more, I will say if you are not going to be baptized, the people will ostracize you. Before you know, the British soldier, they can disappear you, kill you. I say more. No, do you see? Now they subdue everything, change everywhere, change our way of life, our culture. The people that we are trying to resist them, they kill all of them. So we are left vulnerable till death. That is the thing. That is the reason. What we are doing today, this Biafra restoration is what resurrected. Because as you said, Mazi Sochema, as you said, Biafra is now our religion. That is why we are resurrecting this. We started now finding out that these people duped us. These people scammed us. And that is why it is not, it's not palatable with them. Our aggressors, the European aggressors, they want to keep you in one level, in lower level, so that you don't pass it. That is the function of the aggressors, the Europeans. That is why they killed Kwame Nkrumah. Because Kwame Nkrumah, upon independence in 1957, Ghana, first of all, he renamed the Gold Coast to be Ghana. What Britain didn't even like. He renamed Gold Coast to be Ghana. And for your information, Ghana of today has nothing to do with the Ghana of old. The Ghana empire you are hearing. It has nothing to do with it. Because I think that old Ghana empire was situated on the northeast part of Mauritania. So, but Kwame Nkrumah looked around and said, I have to indigenize the name of this Gold Coast. Gold Coast is not our name. It's just a European, what they give Gold Coast, a place that is full of gold. So they name it Gold Coast. So he said, okay, Ghana, Kingdom of Ghana it was very powerful kingdom. So he has to name the state Ghana today. So the Ghana you are hearing today, the Ghana of today is not the same Ghana of 14th, 15th century. No, it's not the same thing for your information. Now, Kwame Nkrumah tried everything in order, he had a template of industrializing Ghana. I've said it here several times. 20 years template. That 20 years time, from that time, from 1957 to 20 years, he wants practically everything to be manufactured in Ghana, everything they are using. And he had that template. But when the colonizers saw, it's easy to give you independence, but they want you to be in the level they want you to be. They keep you in that level. But when they saw that this man wants to grow above that level to be like us, it does not augur well with him. And that's why they removed him through military coup. So that's why I used to say, in this world, you have to fight for everything. That's why Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, where he is today, he is suffering. It's a fight we are in. When I see people that are, you are putting sentiment, in what we are doing about even the where Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is. You don't need to. Because that is not abnormal. It's a fight. Everything we have to get as a people to develop is a fight. Because even the Europeans, they fought among themselves in order to excel today. Before Europeans, they have many tribes. They were classified as tribes also. Many tribes in Europe were extinct, for your information. They have the people that survive are people that fought, people that have to fight, that know how to fight. That is why today in Nigeria, it is highly dangerous for the indigenous people to continue allowing what the Fulani is doing, because the Fulani, they are the dominant species. If care is not taken, many tribes will be subsumed or swallowed by the Fulani. In the next 100 years, you will not be hearing about many tribes again in Nigeria. That's how the world is. If you are weak, you get swallowed up. That is it. You fight. We continue. You have to fight unless you want to remain single, and without cohesion, without coming together, you become nothing. Your race becomes extinct. Only you become individuals. Now you become assimilated to anywhere you are. That is what happened to many tribes in Europe. Do you understand me? We must continue. Let me take this caller on direct line, please. Can you hear me? Call on direct line.
Yes, I can hear you, Mazi.
There we
Good evening. Because I want you to clarify me on something.
Go
Biafra, I want you to differentiate between Biafra, is it a religion? Biafra, is it a religion or an identity?
Mazi, Biafra is our religion. It's a religion.
Okay.
Yes.
Thank
and
you, so
you can identify yourself with your religion also. It's an identity.
So I can identify myself. I can identify myself as a Biafran. Is my religion.
Of course. Of course. Yes. Of course. Yes.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you so much. God bless you.
There we. Let me also please call us on WhatsApp and is it Signal. Please continue holding on. I am coming to you. Oh my goodness me. This call is gone on direct line. This caller is gone. Okay, caller on WhatsApp, please go on now. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
There, Mazi.
My name is Igbe Innocent. I'm from Ikwo in Ebonyi State. I'm calling from Oka, Anambra State. So the question now is just the question is hard and soft. But for me, as a religion, I never believe development in nation or advancement in the nation. Rather, the type of religion that we are practicing in Africa is the religion of division that can never bring anything. So, if maybe a religion is some can bring development. If they came for Africa and New Zealand and Biafra, therefore, there's no
Mazi, Mazi, I don't
now.
know. Your voice is not clear. I don't know why. What is the problem?
It's the network of Nigeria now. The network of Nigeria.
Okay.
The network of Nigeria, sir.
Okay.
So, are you hearing me, sir?
Yes. Now it's better.
Are you hearing me now?
It's better now.
Okay. I said the type of religion according to here is not the religion that can give us what we want. Rather, it's the religion that can bring confusion to the pot. Can do what we want. We can't do things well. We can't think well. So I believe myself, Biafra is my religion, where I believe. And the Biafra is, I am a blood Biafran. Is the way that Biafra is my religion.
Yes.
Now, I am 42 years
sorry,
now.
let me interject there. Like what Mazi, I completely understand what Mazi Sochima said. You know, when he said that religion is beneficial and he gave an example, I immediately understood. Now, what we are suffering today, some people brought it to us, the Europeans, and it is beneficial to them, isn't it? As we are suffering, as we are being, this is beneficial to them. The religion, for example, the religion they brought to us today, every week they collect money in Catholic and send to Rome from our land. The miserable people, they send to them. Is it not beneficial to Rome? Is it not beneficial in England too? Is it not beneficial to them? So it is good for them. Had it been they didn't impose that religion on us, it wouldn't have been beneficial to them. That is his logic. I understood it very, very well.
Yes.
It's not to our advantage, but it is to advantage of some other people. That is our aggressors. Go on.
In fact, my prayer is that let Biafra come. We position Biafra our own religion, and we build our own religion the way we understand ourselves. But this type of religion now is a religion of doom. And myself, since I know what is going on, I never understand this type of religion for now. So every week we are doing for God. So we are getting lost, but that's what I get. The name of religion. So we are hustling for European people. So in Africa, we are hustling for European people. And this through this video that I understand what is going on they all around the world. What these people have brought to for us as a religion. So we should work hard to get our own religion, which is Biafra. And this is where I am still alive. This is where I am focused. And this is what I am hustling for. So the time of deceive is going to an end because they have deceived our forefathers and they are trying to deceive us. Even what is going on now, I never understand. So I'm praying. So I want to use this opportunity to thank our leader, just to pray for our leader that nothing happened to our leader, and that we come out from that thing, and we must celebrate him. We must celebrate him. We must celebrate Biafra. I thank all the IPO worldwide.
There were Mazi.
God bless you all.
There were. We must continue. So that is the issue. One thing that has a disadvantage to some, they have advantage to others. That's the thing. And that is what the Fulanis are trying to do to their own advantage. To Islamize you, to Fulanize you through Islamization. So it is advantageous to them. The only thing that is left for us is to stand up and fight Everything in this world is about fighting for it. I continue maintaining it. Sitting down and crying is not an option. Going it individually is not an option. That is what IPOB is doing. Standing up and fighting in order to get the portion of this world that is for us. You know, you must. It's like this. The world order is like that. You have to show your progress in order to be counted. Otherwise, you become a receiver of everything bad. You know, that is the world order. How the world right from time it is like that anyway. You see, during the time of Roman Empire, somebody is not considered powerful unless he showcases his power. When you expense your power, now people will know that you are powerful. People cannot call you are powerful without you showing off. That is how the world is. That is why you see when they talk about Roman Empire, Rome ruled the world before. They will just stay and go and start fighting, conquer others to show that they are powerful. That is it. There was a time of Rome. There was a time of what is the name of these people? This guy. I will remember it. So you cannot be powerful and just stay doing nothing. You'll not be, that is how the world has been right from beginning. You see what is happening in Ukraine today. The West are flexing their power because they are powerful. They are flexing. Russia said no. Russia is challenging them in order to be, because he's powerful also. That is how the world is. If you are subdued, you remain. You remain a loyal servant and eating from the crumbs. Look at Somalia. How long have we been hearing about the pirates in Somalia coast? Who caused it? Who caused it? The West. The West caused the problems in Somalia. The West, they started stealing their fish. Their fish. Fishing in their oceans. Rendering the local people that was, that fishing was their normal enterprise. They rendered them jobless because no more fishing. They used to bring fishing trawlers, fishing factories in the ocean and stay there and be collecting their fishes. No, none of them talks. Now the Somalians, they say, okay, as the world is not hearing our voice, they started kidnapping, hijacking the ships. That is the piratery you are hearing of Somalia. Because they don't tell you the real story or the whole story. Oh, there are pirates. Oh, they are terrorists. Somalia, but they don't tell you the story until you find out. What did the West do now? Instead of them to say, okay, we are exploiting these people, it's not good, because this world there is no conscience. Let us. The powerful collects everything. That's it. So when the Somalians they started their sea pirates, because of fishermen no longer have fish to fish in Somalia. What did the West do? Instead of tackling the problem from the grassroots, they now brought their sea vessels to fight. In order to deceive pirates, they fire them because they have the power. The same thing they are doing in the coast, the Bight of Biafra, which they renamed the Gulf of Guinea today. The oil, they are stealing our oils. And our people, even Niger Delta militants, they are seeing all these things in the sea. See, why are you? They dig a pipe and enter into the ocean, and they will be stealing our oil right inside the sea. That is also why the kidnapping in the Niger Delta, part of Biafra land. But instead of the West, instead of the Europeans, the Americans, to solve the issue. No way. They bring their own guns to protect them. While stealing, they will be protected. That is how the world is. That is why I say there is no conscience in the world. Any person, if we have been naive, crying, come and help us, America, come on. Oh, they want you to perish, even. They want us all to perish so that they will take everything. You understand? That's why we have to fight. Fighting with brain, auche, methodical, in order to be removing ourselves from all these tangles. That is it. So let me pick just few calls, because as we are drawing nearer to the end of the program, please, there are many callers that want to speak. Caller on direct line, please go on. Can you hear me? Call on direct line. Caller on direct line, please. Are you there?
Yes, Mazi Jonathan Dewo.
Ndewo, Mazi.
Biko, enwere ajụjụ masị ma enwere two things m chọrọ ka clarify about Biafra being a religion and an identity. So, Biafra as a religion, is it only for ndị Igbo or may involve ndị South general? Then, as an identity, or may involve no both Southeast and South as in general?
Mazi,
You understand my question?
yes, I understand. Right from the time of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu's broadcast, he had been hammering it here. Biafra is our religion. I don't know how many of us understand, because we talk about religion. So we say it as religion. So it becomes another thing. No. Do you know that in Argentina they have a religion, a Maradona religion? Is it Church of Iglesia de Armando Maradona, which every member is required to adopt Diego as his second name. So religion, we are seeing it as very huge. It's also part of the problem. But you can arrange. Religion mostly is to organize a people, organization.
Okay.
So Biafra is our religion, because Biafra, there is anything that can stop you from the quest for Biafra. It should not exist. Do you see now? Because your religion, you can identify yourself with your religion. So when we say Biafra is our religion, is for all of us. They have this question you are asking now. Is it for Southeast or both for South? They have asked Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, what is just like asking the same question. What is the territorial geography of Biafra? Mazi Nnamdi Kanu says something. He said, look, any place, any tribe, any community, any place that their women ties two-piece wrapper, they are Biafrans.
Okay.
Now there he kill them there. And because they want him to start saying, oh, this place. No. He mentioned even Biafra is in 13 states, current states in Nigeria. The 5 southeastern states, the 6 southeastern states, some part of Kogi, and lower Benue is part of Biafra, because Igbos are there, indigenous or not, people that migrated. But these states in Nigeria, they created in Nigeria. It's just the same way, the same thing Europeans did in Africa. By staying in Europe and start carving out a place where it's unnatural, it's not natural border. They just start carving. So they carve out some part of Igbo people into Kogi. They carve out some part of Igbo people into Benue. Are we going to, because the state is one of the sins of Ohanes and Igbo, not making sure in order to bring out these people. So Biafra includes everybody that I called, both where you call South, including Kogi, some part of Kogi and lower Benue. Mazi, please go on.
Okay. All right. Thank you, sir.
There were. Are you the person that called before?
Huh?
I'll go Aporo before.
Mba.
Okay, okay.
All my elder brother for before.
Okay.
From Turkey.
Udode.
From Turkey.
Udode.
Okay, I got there.
Udode. Well, you must continue. My goodness me. Caller on direct line. Mazi, can you hear me? No, it's gone. Now, caller on signal. You have been there for 15 minutes plus. Mazi Emikris, I think you are there. Can you hear me?
I can hear you, Mazi. Good evening from here.
There we
There, Mazi. Your submission tonight was all very fantastic. Let me begin to say from what Mazin Banani said. He said that religion is beneficial. Yes, I agree with him. To a certain extent, I agree with him. It's beneficial. But what we are talking here in general terms of religion, both traditional religion or foreign religion, that is everything we are talking about. Generally religion, right? Now, those days, let me begin to say, they arrange religion as part of galvanizing people together in a place where you bring people together. And remember, let me begin from the foreign religion. It's where they used to collect tax. Now it's very, very big advantage to them. That is why last 2 days here where we spoke, I told you what I saw. I told one of our sister in Rome here, and what he said about an Islamic guy that came to collect money from them. And the same thing, we built church in our land and handed over to somebody who they took from our place and they maybe bring into England his study. They teach him about their religion, and this person came back, collect tax from our people and send it back to Europe. So that is where they have advantage because they organize it to be an advantage of collecting money. Just also like remember the whole schools in those days in our Igbo land, Biafra land totally, was built by every community. Every community built schools. And we build the school, we hand it over to Nigerian government. And they teach our children there. Our children pay school fees, and the school fees go to the federal government. Whereas who own the school? It's our people that community build the school. And our people still go to school there and pay school fees. And from this school fees, they still take it to federal government. Federal government benefit from it without spending cover. The same thing the religious people did, the foreign religion. Let me begin from foreign religion. The same thing they did. They came to our land and bring an idea. We build church, and perhaps they bring one Uibo, teach one of our people how this is how to say Kelem Maria, this and that, whatever, in Jesus' name, everything. And he go back. The idea, the ideology of what he has come or his teachings remains. And our people adopt to that teachings, and they do the offerings and everything, and the money will send to Rome or whatever, or in America, to make their people live better. Whereas then after the money, those that donate the money or contribute the money are in suffering. That is their own advantage. That is their own beneficiary there. They benefit from it and they have purpose of it. Now, coming to our own traditional religion, there's also some certain area, let me say, where people see it as benefit. When you look about something like, it is also to organize our people. Religion, so for me, I see it as something and it's something to use to organize people. And whether I call it a traditional religion or the foreign religion, whatever, they use it to organize people. But there's an advantage it creates these modern days now. Some advantage it creates that religion. Like the country of Nigeria today, let me use an example. I called one of my brother, I was telling him about this religion we are discussing. He told me that if he didn't hope that he will go to heaven, that he might be wicked more than like this. He is trying to emphasize that religion make people to be very humble, somehow be calm, be very reasonable, maybe to behave very well. And I disagree with him. I give him examples, even my name, that my son name, any place I mention my son name, I will offer the seat during my during my tender age. Any place I go there, I mention my son name. They said that man is a very nice one. Come out, they give me seat. My father and my grandfather never attend church. He never is not a born again. Neither is he go to any Christian religion or anything. But he is a good man. So I doesn't agree with this, my brother. But now let me use the example of this. Now in this modern days, this our young youth, this generation that don't know about our traditional religion or our belief, our own traditional religion. What they see when they grow up is this foreign religion, and it make them to believe that is what Christianity make them to be good or whatever. And some of them who dwell or sincerely believe in this religion, believing that you will go to heaven, behave very well, and they make them to behave like a human being in the sense that behaving like sense without committing crime. Because in a state like Nigeria, people are subjugated to even commit crime because of there's no police control, nothing, no security, nothing. So everybody can commit crime and go free. But some people decided to be very calm due to what they see as a
by themselves.
Yeah, by themselves. Yes, due to what they see as maybe they go to church and believe that I will go to heaven. I don't want to commit crime. I don't want to do anything because God is looking at. God is looking at, just like we have it before in our tradition. You know, in our place in the Biafra land, there's some area you don't commit crime, even if nobody is there. Even if you don't have anybody watching you, you don't commit crime because you believe that Allah. And that is also belief. He believes that there's something will do to you, will happen to you if you do such a thing. Whether somebody is there or anybody see you, nobody see or everybody see you. So this is the point. I'm trying to the advantage of it. But the foreign religion cause a lot of damages to us. It doesn't benefit anything, but those that created it benefit something from us. But it helps. They use it as a tool to subjugate people all over the world. But our own, if we use it our own, it will be at the benefit of our own. But we never use it for our own, we use it for the foreign benefit. That is where I'm against it. Mazi, let me just drop from here. Thank you very much.
There were. Just like what you said also, let me also put something there or add something there. When people say that religion makes them to be good, not to commit, is it sin or crime? I don't know. Because of weak government. In this our modern time, even in the olden days, before the advent of the Europeans, we have a form of governance. We have governance that makes everybody to behave. You understand? We have rules and regulations, laws, because it is laws that can make people, force people to act rightly. When you know that if you go, I used to say it here, you will see an armed robber, a Nigerian armed robber that is behaving anyhow, that is a criminal. But once they travel, he enter Germany, there will people that he will be advised. Not somebody will even advise him. When he says he will advise himself that you carry gun, you go rob. Here is not like Nigeria. If you do it here, they will catch you, and they will sentence you into long-term prison. And after they deport you, so the best thing for him is to go and look for a job. No person will tell him jettison your criminality, because there are jobs everywhere. So he will fix himself somewhere. Number one, it is not that because of religion, no, but because of the law. law of the country, the system of the country. You cannot commit crime and get away with it very easily, like in Nigeria. When people talk about the religion, because I believe in heaven, that's why I mean, because Nigeria is lawless. So they rely on people's individual conscience, you know, in order to do the right thing or something that they say that is the right thing. But in Nigeria, everybody lives on criminality because the system is criminal. The system itself is criminal. So there is no way you can survive in Nigeria without one way or the other indulging in criminality. Are you hearing me? That is the reality because the system is criminal. No law. Somebody can offend you. You go and call police for him. He is a person offending you outrightly. But because he have connect, as you call police, he will go and bring army, and the army will beat you. Both the police, you carry everything. You know. So that is the rate of lawlessness in that place. So now people start using religion makes me go. No, in this modern world, it is law that governs a country. Law. If you commit any crime, you face it, and you must be caught. You face the charges. So better for you, you respect yourself and live, honorable life. That is it. Caller on, let me see. Caller on WhatsApp. You have been here since 21 minutes. Please make it brief as possible. Oh, sorry. Just hold on. Let me pick this call. Caller on direct line, please. Maz, you have been calling. Please make it brief. You have been calling.
Yes, sir. Good evening, sir.
There
Good evening, sir.
There we
Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, good evening, sir. We love you. Sir, tomorrow, I think the director of sales are coming.
Of course, yes.
Okay, fine. Time is 7 o'clock, I think.
7:30 p.m.
Perfect. Sir, let me go brief again on this. Mazi Sochim, God will bless you because I was wondering who have this voice. I wasn't listening then, but I keep calling. Then later I paused and I heard that it was him. I was so encouraged. I love that. Some of the time you can engage him again and let them bring us up because a lot of things he detailed, come to me like a revelation. That is why I said, okay, let me call and tell you something. See, the problem we have is going to use Nigeria as a case study. I think Africa primarily have lost his heritage traditionally. So I will deploy that when Biafra is restored, which is here already with us. Okay, let those cosmologies, let them come out. People like you and every one of you out there, come out and get the nitty-gritty of these things out. You know the problem? If you talk to people here, they see it as still of IPOP and Biafran thing. They don't want to get direct to understand where we are coming from. Because I was listening to Mazi Nnamdi Kanu some decades ago, a few years ago. He said something. He said that Africa, the name Africa was not given to us by our ancestors. The name South Africa was not given to South Africa by South African indigenous. A lot of things have played out that have made us to stoop so low on complacency, not making research, but believing, not developing the knowledge to have a tangible reason to glorify their creator on this earth, if there is one they have. Because these people, me like this, all them come buwahishi, hawozo orangotangi, buwahishi, maroptobro, hachono that one, because that Ali believe it too much. These people have lost from the path. So I'm only trying to thank you for, you see, and another thing again I'm appealing, when Biafra comes, let us have a special video that will be Neha and Dan Izuzuna Wazobia. All this Wazobia FM has one can. Then we have another video, Acho Music, Luna Dana Wany Zuku na Wany, Wopande Gane Mink Hani, Miona Goff, Machomo, Wanya Hipora with you. He sleep with this man. This one, I mean, Zuzuari happy all on a walk and I go in the addition. So I am so encouraged. Thank you so much, sir. Bye.
Okay. Mazi Chinedu, good evening. My name is Chupode. I'm calling from Italy. Okay.
Oh, Uncle Bedia. I've been listening. But in fact, I don't have to say thank you because you have told us not to be doing that. We should wait until when Biafra come, we tap ourselves at the back and we think ourselves. Good job. So what I want to say, sometimes you always write on your timeline that you are thinking out loud. I had your question this evening, but before I answer your question, please permit me to ask you question if it is possible before I answer yours, please.
Go on, go on.
Okay. My question is that I want to ask you the question based on what is happening to us, and I want to ask you the miracle that happened for us or happened to us in this era and the Biafran of this generation.
You mean miracle?
Miracle that happened to us, the Biafran of this generation, if I will put it in that way, miracle, because of the language our people will
Yes,
also
it depends.
understand very easy.
Mazi, it depends on what you call miracle. Many things, but the most important, as I can, to me, is this awakening that started right from the broadcast of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, the IPOB. So, if you call it miracle, it's up to you. But for me, I see it as okwaruoge, okwerugoge. When okwa will be forming on a tree, it will be there. But once the time of it to come down, it will come down. So you see, everything that has beginning must have an end. Nothing lasts forever. So you cannot continue deceiving people, and you think, look at, when you study history, you see all these big empires. It doesn't matter, they lasted thousands of years, but eventually they came to an end. So that is the thing. You subjugate people to the extent it doesn't matter generation upon generation, but a time will come, the people will rise up. They will say, nah, they will rise up. What causes, if you call it miracle for the people to rise up, so be it. But the people must surely rise up one day. Because lies does not, last for, the test of time. It doesn't. So we are in a time, an era where we should be questioning everything. That questioning is what is broadening our knowledge, because we want to look. Even me personally, I believe that the reason why the old Biafra was not gotten is waiting for this time around for us to, liberate ourselves first, mentally first. Because that time, had it been, maybe it came that time, maybe it would have fallen back into the zoo system of corruption and ordinary independence being manipulated by every other country, the same way other African countries. But this time around, it will be different, because I think that nature wanted us to have a test, suffer, be scattered all over the world, and see things, learn. Now, we once we fight, the suffering we are in today, the type of fight we are in, it will make us, when we restore our country, Biafra, we cherish it. We become highly patriotic. That is it. That is the answer I will tell you. Go on, please.
Okay. Thank you, Mazi Chinedu. I so much appreciate, and what you said is the truth. And in my own perspective, what I have to say is that the coming of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu and the IPOB is the best thing that happened to our people in this very generation. Why? Because if some of our people who care to know, because the problem we are having is the history. But Mazi Nnamdi Kanu made it clear to us that if it is not the coming of IPOB, we all would have believed, and we would have died and believing that Ojukwu caused the war. But thank God that one apart. Today, the way things are going and the question you asked, you said the religion, can it help in the role it plays in the nation building. To me, religion doesn't help in anything nation building. Why? Because o nwere inu ndị be anyị na-atụ si na ịtụ onye iro ndụ o butere gị ọnwụ. And which is the religion they give to us, they bring to us, bring death to our people. To the extent to make our people to block their ear. When we are dying and you having sickness, instead of you to go to the hospital and do this thing, they will never do this. You will never go to it. Here we are today. They don't believe in religion. Like you said now, they will even. I met a woman online in Germany. She's 40 years. She said you don't believe in Jesus. I said, why you don't believe in Jesus? She said no. So as we are talking along the line, she said, oh my God. I said, why? She do shout, oh my God, but you said you are not a Christian, you don't believe in God. She told me yes, because I hear that saying it like that. It's just a fun to them. But our people take it as a small, they so spirit, all this thing. The religion they bring to us make us not to grow. Make us not to grow. Is this awakening now that makes so many of us we begin to think and know that all we have today, as we are speaking here now, they don't believe in religion for any miracle. They believe in hard working. They wake up early, they go to work, and they come back. If you didn't pay them, even as you said that our people they are not waking up. The people are not waking up today. Now, even these Europeans. I was in a class one day with my teacher. We said this thing. She go and bring out even the way their people are behaving the oldest days when they have not built all these structures. He showed me how they are. So it's just to tell you that what is happening to us now is normal. But the issue is that we have to change. We are the ones to change what is happening to us, the people. That's why I like these teachings of Radio Biafra. It's the best thing that has ever happened to us. And even most of us today, you know that the university in Nigeria make people to be more stupid. They will be showing you their certificate without anything. Thank you, Mazi. God bless you and God bless Biafra. Thank you.
There were. Caller on signal, you be the last caller, please. Mazi or Basi. Can you hear me?
Yes. Yeah. Jonathan Chinedu. Udo chukwu kukabia madelege. Great Biafrans. Udo chukwu kukabia madelege homan na demma. Biafra is our religion. On this hollow platform is where we worship. Eze chukwu kukabia, the God of our land, the God of our ancestors. Is our chi. Mazi Nnamdi Okuchukwu Kanu Hamadike, one of Biafra land, is our leader. Mazi, the question you answer us about does religion bring development or nation building? My owner will say no, for our own side, but those who created it is their beneficiaries. I concur with what Mbanali said and Emi Chris. And our brother who are from Ikwo, you know, what they are giving to us is division, this side. That is why in our land, you can never see somebody who are deeper life, associating with somebody who are Catholic very well, the same community. That is why in our community, division all over the place. There is something that normally happens. There is something I want to tell our Biafrans now. If you are doing good to people and somebody said, are you a pastor, are you a Christian, or are you something, tell the person really, no, you are a pure and Igbo man. A really Igbo man is pure human being. There is some certain things I did to people. Some we said, this guy either is a pastor or is in deep in religion, Christianity. So I told the man, said, no. I was before. I was until I noticed that what we are going there to do is ordinary social gathering. It did not bring any character, good character to us. It is not bringing any good character to us. Instead of you be getting divisions, hatred upon the hatred with your own brothers and sisters, because some may even be Christ Embassy, some are Deeper Life, some are Jehovah Witness, some are Redeemed, some are Catholic. These are assemblies of God, all these type of things. But they are said God is one. What caused our divisions? Why they are said God is one and we are one and one God? What caused all this division among us? Look at it as we are in Nigeria now. I noticed something. If you want to deceive people, you use religion. If you want to steal something from people, you use religion. That is why Muslim ticket was trying to come out in Nigeria 2023. And Tinubu and his people trying what they will do to make it worse. They now went and recruited Aburu, give them uniform, call them Reverend Father, because they know this is Yahoo people. They give them uniform, call some bishop, call some pastors, call some Reverend Father, Reverend sisters, and all of them come in and support Muslim tickets. You see how that thing work in our own side, Africa here. That is why we call it, that thing that brought to us is to destroy our identity, but they are beneficiaries. Mazi, let us look at it in this way. You open a shop, and the way why you open that shop is to make profit. Is it not? White men people came here and opened a shop, call it religion. And there is no any religion that somebody can come out now and tell him that was created by God. No, he created by people to do their own will, not to God's will. As we are now, some came from West Yoruba land, brought some of their own religion to Igbo people. That is their own shop, they are open in our land to do their will, like winners them. All these people. That is why when I sit down and look at all those things, I said, does it mean that we don't know what these churches mean in our land? This is religions of a thing. We are talking about Christianity because we down here, down east here, is a Christian. We are pure Christian. Forget about all this slogan they are talking about Muslim. There's no any Igbo man that is a Muslim. There's no. So we in our own culture, during our forefathers, how for our distance, our people made it clear to all of us. He said, Ekwensu is Ikwe Osu. You are the Ekwensu, and you can say no to it. Our people was good, doing best thing. That is why white man came here and said, no, these people, if we leave them, they will conquer the world. And they'll go back and brought this thing that is destroying all day and night. A family will be fighting because of religion. Killing people because of religion. I ask you, can you see God? That God that you said he created that religion for them. Can you see God? Can you see Satan? The answer is no. You that in the church is shouting fire, Satan fire. You are the fire. You are the Satan and you are the God. That is the thing. There is no way you can get something from spirit without getting it from human being. So our people should understand this. That is why I always encourage our people to listen to Radio Biafra. If you continue listening to Radio Biafra, your life must change. So great Biafrans, there is no any good thing that the religion brought to us. Only destroy. He destroyed us to destroy us to the last level until the life of our leader Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, and everybody starting retreat his step.
There we go.
Just look at now. You are a pure Igbo man. A pure Igbo man. You came back from abroad and you see that is something that's happening to you is okay. You go and kill cow and call your kinsmen to sit down and eat. Number one, that we first look on air, said, Chupo kuka abiyama. Nekwe ihe nwa ahụ wetere anyị ka irie, nekwe ya gozie, and the hambo ya agbasa ọbara ya n'ana. Everybody never will eat it. Those people that call themselves religion will be running away from the united of their own people. You see how this religion destroyed us. So great Biafrans, anyị si na ụkwa nlo oge ya ọda, and ụkwa ya olugbo oge ya ka ọ daa ka ụmụ Igbo nnachi azụ wolu mmalụ ebe wa si mehie wolu mezite wee emezite. Ndewo nwa Chineke for your good work and the good ones. Udo dịrị gị.
This way I'm going to stop picking calls, please. Biafrans and lovers of freedom, there is something that entered my mind. You know, you see how smart Britain is. You see, Britain is how do you call it? Protestant. That is Anglican. You know, they fought wars with the Roman Empire. I mean, Roman Catholic. You understand? The believers or the followers of what do you call it? This Protestant, we are persecuted by Catholic. In France, they were called the Huguenots, and they were massacred by Catholic. But have you asked yourself, why is it that, okay, Britain colonized us? They came, Anglican first of all came in Onisha, but they allowed Catholic, which is Rome. What they never allow in their country, Britain, United Kingdom, they allowed it in their colonized African space. They allow the Catholic to come, don't worry, come. As an Anglican, we are in Oboshi. They call the Catholic, say, come. Catholic came to, Anglican came first in Onisha. Now, Catholic came in Oboshi. People that we are sworn enemies, but they allowed themselves to come, to be together in our land. Don't you know that they were going for something? There was something they know that it will cause division among us in time coming. What they will not allow in their own countries, but they allowed it in the colonized country. Don't you see how smart they are? They calculate for future. That is sound judgment for their own interests. You see it. Britain colonized us. They could easily stop, Catholic from coming to our land. And maybe later after independence, maybe Catholics will start coming and be establishing. We don't have root at all. But they allowed it right from the onset. Do you know the reason? They know that these divisions will come. They instigate divisions in our land. Had it been that we were colonized by England and the Anglican Church only strictly allowed in our land, do you know that things will not be worse as worse as it is today. You know that? After Americans started bringing their own Assemblies of God, all these Protestant, not Pentecostals. You see that? These are we are planning something huge, and that is what we are suffering today. When we talk about religion, it's a collective belief arrangement. So, foreign religion is seldom good for a people. Foreign religion now, but indigenous religion is what the people needs for galvanization, to organize, because for Biafra to advance, to develop, to progress, we must be organized. For Biafrans to bring out their talents, their natural talents, there must be a platform for you to bring it out so that it will be viable, it will be utilized for the development of the country. Without organization, it cannot happen. Look at Nigeria. Nigeria jaga jaga. So there is nothing. If you go and say, Igbo man want to dominate, they will castigate. Even if you are the best, they remove you. It is only in football that they took the best. Even if all are Igbos, they don't care, because it is something that they are seeing. People are watching directly. But if it is other things, the best science student as a Biafran, they will sideline you. Do you see it? Do you see the country we are in? So what am I trying to say? Religion, yes, is good for galvanization, but that foreign religion being given to us, it have failed in our land. They have failed us. The purpose normally should be to galvanize, but as long as it is being brought by foreigners and they didn't come in good faith, they didn't bring it for you to be unified, and because they believe that once you are unified, you will start fighting them. You will start fighting them, challenging them. So they sow the seeds of discord. It's natural for colonizers. That's how they behave. So it's for us, the colonized, to find ways or to wriggle out of this messy situation we are in. And that is where IPOB comes into play. Look at what they are throwing at us. As I said at the beginning, about the false flag operation of the Nigerian government, by telling the whole world that, look, IPOB is planning to kidnap youth corpers in Southeast, whereas it is them that are doing it. It is them, it is the Nigerian government that planned it, so that now once they carried it out, like what happened in Aba, they will target IPOB and show the whole international community that is IPOB. Look at, that's why we want you to tag them as terrorists. Look at, that is what they want. That is what they are fighting for. Because they tried to disorganize IPOB, they couldn't. They kidnapped Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, thinking that once they rendition him, what will they do? And it didn't happen. They unleashed their infiltrators and put criminals in order to compromise, to kill our people, snatch our people's cars, cause mayhem in our land, to turn our people against us. It didn't work. So this is what they resorted. Like what happened on 30th May in Aba. This is what they resorted this time. We are waiting for, after this one, they will bring another action. We are waiting for them. They throw, because that is, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu said that we are prepared. This is not the normal fight, normal, war or fighting. No, this is asymmetric. It is not one-way traffic. We know that all these things will happen, and even worse will come. So it is right for us, in order to stand firm and defend what we believe. IPOB is structured to be infallible, to be indestructible. And the Nigerian government, it doesn't matter. What we are agitating for is the restoration of Biafra, and it must surely come. It is not whether it will. No, it is when. That is it. But as for it will surely come, must, M-U-S-T, because we are sick and tired of their system. And Nigerian government is trying fervently because the situation of Nigeria is to the advantage of few people. The advantage of very few people. Normally, Nigeria, as somebody said, one South Sudanese said, that normally, that Nigeria as a country is supposed to be one of the world powers because of the people, the people, the population, and the type of people they have. But we are infested with gangrene, and it cannot happen. It cannot work because Britain didn't create Nigeria to be a world power. It is for us now. They created mess for their own advantage. Listen to me attentively. A foreigner cannot come and love you and give you good thing, the best for you. And no, he must put you in a situation whereby you must need him all the time. You must be a baby. Obi is a boy. Obi is a boy. That is why they continue, forcing us to remain together. Oh, Nigerian unity is not negotiable. Oh, your diversity is your strength. Is it not what Britain used to talk all the time? Katrina Liang, where is he? Where is she now? I think they have transferred, they have removed her, put another person. Every election, she is the person that even come and announce the result. Why? Because Nigeria is their creation. Can you go and as Nigerian? Can you go and meddle in United Kingdom's election in their internal affairs? Who upon you? They will throw you into English Channel direct. But here we are every time because that is the way they created us to be stunted growth every time. Oh, we are helping you. Oh, see, they are. Oh, we are their slaves. They are our masters all the time. They want it to continue forever, and we say no. We have to build ourselves, and we cannot do it without organization. We cannot do it in Nigeria. That is why we are agitating for the restoration of Biafra. Biafra is our organizing factor. That is our religion. Biafra remains our organizing factor. So that when it comes out now, when Biafra is restored, we have our nation. Now it will be people's nation. No more, I know, I know somebody. No, we are the best, the best rules. Meritocracy now becomes the order of the day, not like in Nigeria. I know it is not easy. Nothing is easy. It is very hard, but it is not impossible. So we must continue in doing what we are doing. Lastly, before I close, as I have said, this news, I have read it and I have talked about it during the start of this program. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, he said Simon Ekpa not IPOB member. It is clear. He has said it. Nnamdi Kanu told the Ohaneze at DSS headquarters. They went to meet him and he told them, pump and plain, that Ekperima in Finland is not an IPOB member. So that the Nigerian government should stop equating the activities of Ekperima, which is their infiltrator, or their agent, to IPOB. You understand? He has said it pump and plain. So I hope that Nigerian government should take notes. Nigerian military should take notes. Terrorists are ravaging the north, but they hide it. And all that focus is Abraham focus on the southeast. Let me tell you something. In this asymmetric, we are in an asymmetric war. Are you hearing me? That is why, like some of us that are highly enthusiastic in a Kaiga log direct, open war, declare Biafra, may open war with Nigeria. Remember, there are many things. The IPOB leadership is looking at many things. Ka hapụ Nigeria ka o ji aka ha na-ada na mpekele piece by piece. Ime coach try aka eworo the enemy number one. Ha may organize everything both Boko Haram ma ISIS or chebata ha everywhere. A hapụzie ihe na-eme other place. Ya wụrụzie faces onye ọwụna na Biafra land. So, but what we are doing, I may here. So, for you to understand that IPOB is on the right path, please let nobody's heart be troubled. We are on the right path. Don't be confused. Continue listening to Radio Biafra. This is where you get the authentic news about what we are doing. Stop listening to WhatsApp message and say start equating it. No. Did you hear it on Radio Biafra? If you hear it on Radio Biafra, now you know, confirm that it is authentic. Remember tomorrow, Mazi Nzurumike, who is our deputy HDOS, will be here with other members of the DOS by 7:30 p.m. Do not miss the program. We must continue in disseminating the Biafra project. We must continue to saturate the world with our truth. We shall never stop, because that is how they did it. That is how they turned us into the type of person we are today, by disseminating their false information all the time, not relenting. That is the same way we are doing it. We will never stop. We will continue until, until most of us become convinced beyond reasonable doubt in everything we are doing. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, they are flying the kite flying. Oh, he has escaped. This is a fake news for your information. Anything they are planning, we know in advance. Let them hear it. We know in advance. They are trying to find out how Biafrans will react before carrying out anything. But they know that that is a no-go area. That is a no-go area. But we must continue. No. We will continue. That is a no-go area. That is as simple as that. We must continue what we are doing. Biafrans and lovers of freedom, our journey to Biafra is hectic, but it is not something that is impossible. It is the hardest job in this planet Earth, because we are trying to have a genuine freedom, not flag independence. Flag independence is very easy. You go and negotiate. If it is flag independence, you negotiate with Britain, say, okay, once after, you continue the same thing. Just let us have a flag independence. No. But, Britain, do you see, the more even we are mentally, the preachings of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, he made Britain jittery. He scared Britain. He said, look, this man is opening the eyes of people. Let me tell you, the colonizers, you can commit any other crime, make your people stupid. That is why they leave all these pastors to shit everywhere. They don't care. But once you start opening people's eyes, that is number one thing they hate, because they know the capacity of an awakened brain. They know the capacity. What they fear is an open, awakened mindset. They hate it. The Europeans, they hate it. It's just like, as they say in the Bible, that fruit of knowledge. You can eat any other fruit, But the fruit of knowledge of good and evil, no, don't touch it. That is the red line. Do you see it? Do you see, what they put there in the Bible? It has connotations. That's why I call that write-up Freemasonry puzzles. Britain, Europeans, they will allow you, answer you are called from God. You're coming from heaven. You make your people, you make your people stupid. They throw money. You scam them. They don't care. They will be supporting you even. Sometimes they will send a delegate to donate money in your church. Because they know that you are making people more stupid. They love it. But once you start opening people's eyes, telling people the real cause of our miserable situations, you have problem with them. That's why Mazi Nnamdi Kanu scared them. They were scared of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu's teaching. I am telling you, they are highly scared because they understand that they have undergone this situation. Britain. The cause of revolutions is people understanding things, awakening their mind. Now people can start asking questions and challenging authorities. That is revolutions. So Britain is scared that, look, these orangutan, these black monkeys, that these people we create, we want them to be under always crying for help. We will be giving them crumbs. Now they want to start reasoning like human being. No. Who want to make them to be reasoning like that? Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, they say rendition him. Go against international law. Do anything you want. Don't worry, we will back you. Don't worry. That is, have you ever seen where they attack all these pastors that are riding private jets? Those that say that God will drink tea with them. They come and promote them. Before you know, they send, even Nigerian government send the delegates to come and salute them, give them envelope, promote them. Because they don't want people to open eyes. That is the highest thing you can do to people, is open their eyes. That is the highest miracle that you can perform for a people. To open their eyes, to understand what's up, to understand the cause of their problems, to understand where they are and where they are going. You have done everything for them. That is it. I used to tell you, people like Thomas Jefferson, people like George Washington, they risked their life traveling from America, thousands of kilometers with a sail ship. They traveled to Europe only to listen to awakening speeches, awakening conferences in Europe. They will leave America, travel for months beyond the sea, risking their life. Do you see the importance? Something that you are listening right from your comfort zone, in your bed, in your sofa, any place you are comfortably, in the restaurant listening. But it was not like that before, for centuries ago. 17th, 18th century. People risked their lives, travel far and near, because there was nothing like radio. There was nothing like the television or telephone that time. So they have to physically be there in order to learn. And the knowledge made them to now build America, form America as an experimental country. And that is why America is moving today. Do you see it? Do you see the work of an awakened brain? That is what Britain is afraid of. Because they know if you, so-called Niger Delta militants, the resource control, they are fighting for resource control. They can give them leverage. You say, okay, negotiate with you. But once you are fighting for your land, you are fighting for you to be in control of yourself, because you are an awakened mind. Britain, they will be scared. They will be scared because they don't want any African indigenous people to be productive. They want us to be consumers, everything. Do you see how Bill Gates is paying? He paid for destruction of farm crops so that we'll be dependent on his GMO food. Every year you'll be crying. They will give you the condition. for you to receive grains, because you cannot, the ones you plant, if you harvest, you cannot replant the grains of that one. You need a new one from them. Do you see it? They want us to be dependent on them 2-4 all round. Do you hear me? You see the prices of food in our land. The price of yam skyrocketed. Yam that our forefathers were planting, buying, not buying yam. I grew up in a village whereby we never bought yam when we were small. When I was small, our family, we don't buy yam. We keep yam until Oba. Even we'll be eating it until the planted one start, going to another harvest. We'll be eating yam. But today, they made us to, relegate or neglect the most important things. In school now, you have to. English is compulsory. Do you see? But agriculture, no way. Agriculture is optional. Do you see? They made English to be compulsory. These are forms of colonization. I'll be teaching, in this colonial legacies. It's not finished. You said it, I will continue on it. They made the English language. You have to pass English language in your WAEC. It's compulsory, everybody. This is part of their education they gave to us. So that you have dummies, you have graduates of dummies only speaking grammar. Without doing, you can't do nothing. You can't be productive. That is the problem we are having, and that is why IPOB is calling for everybody to go back to farming. It doesn't matter anyhow, because we cannot have very arable lands, productive lands, very rich farmlands everywhere in Biafra land, and we are dying of hunger. It's stupidity. I am telling you, it's stupidity. All the command na mmiri nchana abayanya ino n'ime rush. That person is stupid. We are in the midst of very rich land. Everywhere we don't even need irrigation. But we are shouting no food though, because everybody is fighting to looking for paper money. Paper. Everybody becomes millionaires. And that with that your million, you not see any place to buy food. Do you see the situation? Sorry situation we are pushed into. It is us that can do all these things, reverse all these things for ourselves. Nobody can do it for us. The rule of the world order is if you are weak, if you don't have brain, move for man work. If you don't have brain, others a chance you. That is the order of the world. It is for you, for us, now to rise up. Before I was thinking that, now we are very peaceful people. I was thinking it's compliments. But I found out for me, I said, no, this is even insult. Look at Fulani Jaga Jaga. Fulani now, they now progress now. Don't you see they're in charge? That is how the world is. They are in charge. Amen. Or to ourselves, to foreigners. You must be strong in order to survive in this world, because even you yourself as an individual, you come out as a human being through struggling. You fought others. Among millions of sperms being deposited in the mother's womb, only you tried, so you fought and wriggle and clear others. Others will be pushing you, you clear, you enter the mother's ovum. And that is how others died. Millions of other cells died for you to survive. So that is how the world is. If we are not organized, if we are not singing one song, if we don't have one language, I am telling you, others will take over. Look at how the Fulani is there. Don't you? Is it not what you are seeing? We don't need to be told. Hey, I quite peaceful people. I chọrọ mma nke ndụ. Anyị achọrọ nsogbu. you are in a world that is spinning, double spinning at a speed many times more than the speed of sound. 2 times double spinning around the sun, and you say you don't want problem. You don't want violence. Hey, I will not you become victims all the time. The time has come for us. Kai Muranya, support what we are doing. IPOB, support, contribute to your own quota anyhow you can. Because what we are fighting is too much. And we must win. It doesn't matter. We must win. Thank you for listening. Biafra remains our religion. Biafra remains who we are. It is our ideology. Once again, remember tomorrow I'll be here hosting our deputy HDOS, Mazi Zumike, with other members of the DOS. I'll be here hosting them by 7:30 p.m. Please do not miss that program. Thank you for listening. From me, Mazi Jonathan Chinedu, from here, it is simply good evening.
Open on ear, hear this one. This one now for EEDC. EEDC want defraud Southeast with exorbitant electricity bill with no adequate power supply. On top the matter be say, they no go give prepaid meter to their customers, but them go give illegal high estimated bills. They no want know if light day or no day. Instead of them to fix them, they go force people to pay the bills where they no use, or them go cut the lights. I wonder how communities go use